not doing anything. Well, for you folks turning in to watch the Watertown Wolves hockey game here this evening from the Watertown Municipal Arena, we are under a delay. The arena lost power this afternoon for quite a few hours, and they've had a hard time getting the ice chilled back down. They are working on it right now. Tentatively, we will start about 8 o'clock. So if you've tuned in to watch the Watertown Wolves and the Elmira Enforcers here this evening from the Watertown Municipal Arena, as we said, they got about 7 more minutes in their warm-up. It takes a little bit of time to cool the ice down, so they're going to take their time so that we get a good sheet of ice. So we will be under a delay. That will change things as we go along. And so we'll be back here in just a little bit and try to get this game in here this evening. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to the Watertown Municipal Arena. We get set for another exciting night of Watertown Wolves hockey. The second night in a row, your Watertown Wolves hosting the invading Elmira Enforcers out of Elmira, New York. Elmira, 5-4 winners last night here over the Watertown Wolves. A great hockey game. Very fun to watch, even though we ended up on the short end of it. But you're glad you could join us here. We do apologize for the late start. The city of Watertown here, the Watertown Municipal Arena had a problem, lost power for a number of hours today, so the compressors were down, and it's taking a long time to get the ice back to playing shape, but it looks like we're going to be all right. So we should be able to get started here very quickly, and shouldn't have any more interruptions throughout the remainder of the evening here. Glad you could join us on Watertown Wolves Hockey on YouTube tonight. My name is Jeff Barrett, joining me up here in the booth as he does every week. David Page, he's going to be doing double duty again, it looks like, this evening. David helping out with the announcing here the last few weeks. He's also doing a little camera work. He's getting, I think, Eric Thorstein's really putting him to task here the last couple of weeks. So anyway, we get set to go here. We're glad you could join us. As we said, we're just about ready to kick things off. Both teams were delayed coming onto the ice for the warm-ups. Everything went smooth there, and we should be okay when we get going. David, last night we saw a phenomenal hockey game out here, and I can't wait to see what we get tonight.
Yeah, last night was a great hockey game. Unfortunately, Wolves came out a little bit slower, but hopefully tonight they can rebound, put some pucks in the net, beat Passingham, and maybe get a win tonight.
Well, tonight's game brought to you by Fusillo Subaru in Watertown at 18352 US Route 11. For your new or used Subaru sales and service, check them out up there. Their service, second to none. You can browse online at FusilloSubaru.com or just visit them on Outer Washington Street in Watertown. Proud sponsor of our broadcast here this evening, Fusillo Subaru in Watertown. So both teams getting ready to make their way out on the ice. Our apologies, as I said, with the late start here, and a couple of things going on here, so we will hopefully get everything straightened around for you. Looking at the visiting starting lineup here tonight, Troy Passingham, of course, back in between the pipes once again, one of the hotter goalkeepers in the Federal Prospect Hockey League. Brandon Tucker's going to start on the left wing. On the right side, Ahmed Mahfouz back into the lineup and searching for 800 points. He is on his way, just 5 points shy of that. Hudson Michaelis is going to start at center. Glenn Patterson will start on the left defense. Right defense will be Gino Mini. That's the way they will start their evening here tonight. On the Watertown Wolves side, Jeremy Pominville back inside the pipes here this evening. Liam Little's going to start on the left wing. Right side will be Jamie Lucas. Dallas Desjardins is going to get the start at center. Left defense will be Vladimir Port. He'll get the start. And on the opposite side, it'll be Cole Sonstabo for your Watertown Wolves. Well, with the lights off here as they get ready to introduce the home starters here this evening, David, looking around, you can still see a couple of spots of standing water, but shouldn't be a problem once we get going.
Yeah, once you get the fast pace of these players, how they skate, a lot of them strong skaters, it will eventually just soak up. But I'm still looking forward to 60 minutes of great hockey. It's going to be an exciting night, Jeff.
As we said, the city of Watertown had those problems this afternoon. Power off here in the building for a long time, and they had to bring in a mechanical company, Davis Mechanical. Not sure where they're out of. I don't recognize the name, but they came in, got everything back up and running, got the compressors going once again. As we said, as we go through the night, the ice problem should disappear.
Yeah, I was talking to the maintenance earlier. They said as the night goes on, ice will get that down to temperature. When we were starting and had a little bit worried, they said it was about 7 degrees too warm. So hopefully with this extension, ice is going to be perfect, and I'm looking forward to some hockey.
Well, looking down, we were back there getting our lineup for this evening. both teams a bunch of scratches here tonight. So going to be short benches on either side. So I expect a lot of quick shift change this evening.
Oh, absolutely. You want to keep your team fresh. Don't want to fall behind too early. Unfortunately, the Wolves gave up 2 quick goals last night, but hopefully people come back healthy and stronger because Watertown needs a win, Jeff.
Yeah, right now, the way things have been going, they started off the season really hot, won a bunch of games, then went on that little bit of a losing streak, and now the last couple of games, it's been back and forth. You don't know what team is going to show up.
Well, according to all the FBHL talk, Danbury is the hottest team in the FBHL right now. They're right behind Carolina as a dominant force in the Eastern Division.
Yeah, Danbury's been really on fire the last couple of weeks, and we don't see them again for a little bit, so that's kind of nice. We don't have to worry about that.
I know next week we're going to have a new face in the Watertown Municipal Arena as Columbus comes to the Den for a 2-game set.
Yeah, it'll be nice to see a new team for the first time in there, one of the expansion programs, with a lot of Watertown Wolves former players in their lineup.
About 3/4 of a roster.
Well, folks, we'll turn you over to house announcer Brian Hunsiger for tonight's introductions. Well, once again, welcome into the Watertown Municipal Arena. Watertown Wolves hockey ready to go here on YouTube. I'm glad you could join us here. All our games broadcast live and free this year on our YouTube page. As we said last night, Enforcers come into the house, 5-4 winners over Watertown. Wolves ready to scrap back here this evening, try to get back to that win column after losing a couple in a row now. An overtime loss last Saturday night, the 1-goal game last evening. And as we said, even though we ended up on the short end, an entertaining game last night, I don't expect anything different. And, of course, another full house here. 2 nights in a row, this place packed right to the rafters.
I think we hit over capacity last night. I think we were at 1241 last night in attendance. Again, like you said, another packed house. Maybe not as much, but it's still well over. Something Watertown needs here is a big crowd. Get behind it. Chase Tippin's still in the lineup this weekend, so hopefully things get a little rowdy and the Wolves can come away with the win and some much-needed points.
So the officials taking another quick look around the ice. Players also checking it out before we get started. Looks like we should be all set, good to go. There was a lot of concern earlier whether we were going to actually do this or not because they were afraid of the condition of the ice. You start talking about soft ice, you're talking ankles, knees, and injuries that you don't really need this time of the year.
Absolutely. We were talking with Coach Paul McLean. He was very concerned with injuries. He's already on a short bench. He doesn't want to go down any more players, especially in the middle of the season.
So we get ready to kick things off here tonight. Dallas Desjardins going to skate into the circle for the Watertown Wolves against Hudson Michaelis, and we are underway from the Watertown Municipal Arena just about, say 20 and a half minutes late. So not too bad. Puck down into the Watertown end. That slapped off towards the board. Dallas Desjardins going to skate the other way with it. He's got Liam Little trailing in the middle. Quick shot coming from the outside. Troy Passingham, no traffic in front, able to glove that one and bring a stoppage in play.
Little head games coming into effect already, Jeff. Gino Mini and Liam Little.
Face-off goes to the corner. Michaelis wins it over to Glenn Patterson. Patterson's just going to slide it around to the near side, lift it out to center ice, knocked down by Vladimir Pordov. His skate back into the Enforcers' end, and then turning with it is Michaelis one more time. He'll come right up through center ice. Toe drags, goes right to the front of the goal. Pordaver will break that effort up, and on the far side, Tyler Jurich pokes it out of the zone, and now Jurich on a foot race. One-on-one with the keeper, and he's going to miss it on the backside. Tried to go to the backhand. Passingham able to get the foot down, kick that one aside. Now the puck comes all the way back to the Watertown end. And you know what, David, right off the bat, that's what Watertown needs to do this evening. They got to take some chances. That was quite a move by Jurich to poke that puck away and then get into a foot race into the offensive end.
That was a great individual effort by Jurich. You never see him skate that fast, but he knew he had his chance. Hopefully they can take advantage next time.
Opportunity right there as the puck was sent all the way across by Michael Desjardins, but nobody in a black jersey able to get a stick on it. Now we go back the other direction. Brandon Hussey skates to the offensive end. He'll just going to backhand one that Pominville easily turns to the corner. Then it came out to Dimitro Babenko. Babenko right on the back of Justin Coachman trying to take the puck away. Centering pass to Derek Boudreau. Has to slide to the side to miss the check. And now the Wolves able to skate back with it, going the other direction. Dumped in to Karsten Johnstone. Johnstone into the corner. Had it taken away, come back the other way. Anderson lifts it all the way cross ice. That'll go all the way down. Chudley couldn't get to the pass, so icing will be called, and we'll skate back to the other end. So the faceoff is going to come all the way back to the Enforcers' end, come to the near side circle, just to Troy Passingham's right-hand side. Corey Sherman wins the faceoff back to Liam Little. Little's just going to rattle it around the backboard. Goes all the way through. Chudley holds on to it. He took a hit in the corner from Johnstone, but then able to lift it all the way out to neutral ice area where it's gathered up by Marvin Powell. Powell sends it over to Sonstable, far side. Sonstable right back to Powell. Powell tried to get it forward, hit a skate on the way through, but the Wolves take advantage as Corey Sherman tried to put a shot on goal, hit a skate. That went to the corner, never made it all the way through. Brandon Hussey right back the other direction. He'll turn with it. Hussey tried to get it out towards center ice, turns it over to the near side. Chudley's going to end up with it. He'll slide it back into the skates of Eli Kinsman. Kinsman just signed earlier this week by the Enforcers. He'll dump it cross ice to the corner. Pominville out of his goal, just going to send it around to the near side. Able to keep it in was Dominic Horvath. Keeps it in the offensive end. Centering pass coming, broken up by Marvin Powell on the way through. And that's a good thing because Yanni Skropoulos was crashing down on the left-hand side.
I noticed the Wolves are coming out with a much better intensity tonight than last night. Elmira giving a lot of loose pucks up in their own zone.
Face off to the near side, right onto the Vladimir Port stick. He'll slide in behind the Watertown goal with it. Holds onto the loose puck, comes back this way. Dallas Desjardins skates out, picks up the puck. He'll bring it through center ice. Gain the zone on the left-hand side. Centering pass, nobody there in a black sweater. So one more time, this is going to get lifted out to neutral ice area. Justin Coachman has to settle the puck down. He'll take it down into the Watertown end. A loose puck, centering pass coming for Chudley. And a huge hit by Coachman on Skropoulos. Puck sent right back to the Watertown, or excuse me, to the Enforcers' end. Going back to get it, Gino Mini, and then racing in, Derek Boudreau is going to take it away. Boudreau holds on to just wheel, sends the puck into the corner, settled down by Jurich. Jurich back to Boudreau. Boudreau overskated it, had to come back and get it, sends the shot off the shoulder of Passingham. Puck loose in behind the Enforcers' goal. Turning with it now is Mini. He'll slide it out on the near side and able to skate with it, and then puck turned over neutral ice area. Tyler Jurich picks it up right in front of our vantage point. Turns, sends it back. Kyle Powell comes down the right-hand side, rifles a shot off the top of the goal. Missed high, but a good opportunity. Another shot right in front, knocked down by Pass. That goes out to the far side on a big rebound. Passingham able to see that one. Took it off the chest. Puck back the other way. Michaelis overskated it. Left the puck there. Now he goes all the way behind. Ahmed Mahfouz picks it up, tried to center it. That one broken up. It's going to end up with Kyle Powell near side. Powell sends that to Marvin Powell. Tried to tip it into the offensive end. Passingham sent it to the corner. Then a collision between Marvin Powell and Glenn Patterson. But Michaelis is going to come right back the other way, just lift the puck into the offensive end. Pominville out of the net, slides it back onto the far dasher where it's picked up there by Marvin Powell and lifted out over the blue line. Puck just sitting just outside. Michaelis comes up with it, overskates it, and now the Wolves with an opportunity trying to catch the Enforcers on a line change. It didn't work, but a quick shot coming. Sent right back in front, tipped in front by Corey Sherman. Couldn't find its way home as Passingham again, able to get a skate on it. Sends it all the way down in the corner, gathered up again. Jeremy Pominville out of the Watertown goal to settle the puck down. Sherman takes it to the corner, lifts it all the way cross ice. That knocked down by Harrison. And the puck, big rebound, far side, and skating over to get it was Brendan Hussey. Then it comes right back to Harrison. Centering pass, and that one sent aside. Dimitri Babenko tried to get the redirect and just missed on the short side. And the Wolves dodge a bullet right there, David.
Yeah, Brandon Hussey was winding up to get that rebound in. Luckily, Justin Coachman with a good stick lift was able to knock the puck all the way to the boards, and Pominville was able to recover.
So the faceoff's going to go to Pominville's right-hand side. 14:31 remaining the opening period here from the Watertown Municipal Arena. Marvin Powell skates back, picks it up in behind, slides it out to the near side. Liam Little collision with Cameron Yarwood. Now it goes all the way cross ice, skating in. Tucker picks it up, comes right towards the front of the goal, stops, puts the brakes on, and the big save. Is Pominville able to get a pad down on that? And now the Wolves skate right back the other way. Dallas Desjardins tried to put it through the feet of Dion. It's going to end up right onto the stick, though, of Ahmed Mahfouz. Mahfouz sending it back in behind. Cameron Yarwood settles the puck in behind the Enforcers' goal, and that's why they'll look to set up their offense as the Wolves get some fresh set of legs out on the ice. That one all the way around, got up onto the shelf and slid all the way through. Went all the way back, big rebound, came right out to the side of the goal, gathered up there Marvin Powell. A nice little move to avoid the check behind, but then the puck taken away, came back to Cameron Yarwood. That one broken up by Tyler Jurich. Tyler Jurich doing a nice job of back checking right there to keep that play alive and get the puck back into the offensive end. Jurich slides it through, lets a shot go on the near side as Boudreau had just touch passed it right back to him. Now it goes all the way out far side. Michael Desjardins, who's skating on the D-line here the last couple of nights, comes back into his own end. Drop pass there for Vladimir Port. Port sends it near side. Powell steps inside. Got Yarwood to trip just a little bit. He got caught and let an edge right there. Puck goes out on the far side. Tucker's going to race out. Comes off to the center. Had it poked away by Port, but picked it right back up. Now the puck goes loose into the corner. Skropolis picks it up there. Left it for Chudley. Chudley couldn't handle it. Sent it off the far boards. Kinsman sends it in deep. Skropolis has it for a second. And then Vladimir Port able to break that one up. Patterson kept it in the offensive zone. Kinsman had it in behind. They come to the front, and Jeremy Pominville wisely is going to cover that one up on the side of the goal, and we'll get another stoppage in play. 12:37 remaining, period number one here from the Watertown Municipal Arena.
Very nice defense by the Watertown Wolves. Everyone's back checking, helping on D, and then they're countering as a team.
Puck goes all the way around in behind, comes off the dasher. Liam Little's just going to hold on to it. He'll take a hit from Eli Kinsman, but the puck does come out to neutral ice area. Chudley ends up with it far side, avoids the hit from Cole Sonstabo, but then the puck taken away. Comes all the way through to the near side. Gino Mini pinching in, sends it right to the front of the goal. Yanni Skropolis had it for a quick second, gave it to Dimitri Babenko. Babenko able to slide it in behind the Watertown goal. Turnover in the offensive end, or the defensive end, I should say, for Watertown. And the Enforcers putting on some pressure right now, able to keep the puck in the Watertown side. That one's going to get lifted high into the air. Glenn Patterson has to race back, pick it up, and the Wolves finally able to get a line change after the puck being in the Watertown end for about a minute. So Brendan Hussey backs it into the corner. Patterson from his defensive position skates all the way into the offense. He'll go to the corner, tried to slide it through to Babenko. Long outlet, comes to Kyle Powell. Powell to Jurich. Jurich gets inside the blue line, avoids Brendan Hussey, comes to the front of the goal. He shot one wide. That went off the shoulder of Troy Passingham and just missed on the far side. The Wolves with another golden opportunity, but then the puck went out on the far side. The Wolves able to keep it in. A great job by Derek Boudreau to keep the puck in the offensive end. Now it's picked up by Brendan Hussey far side, and the Enforcers skate into the offensive end. Hussey all the way down the left side, sends that one across the front of the goal, easily redirected by Jeremy Pominville, and Boudreau is going to skate right back the other way for Watertown, send a shot through the legs of Cameron Yarwood. Now Jamie Lucas going to pick up the loose chain, gets tangled up with Dale Dion in behind, sends it over to the far side. Tucker's going to end up with it. Long outlet pass for Mafuz. That one broken up by Marvin Powell sliding through. Took that one. Wolves back into the offensive end. They gets tipped out over the blue line, though, so they'll have to retreat. Vladimir Port send it over to the far side to Marvin Powell. Marvin turned with it, tried to send it off the board. Got tipped, headed right back into the Watertown end. Now we'll go all the way across ice. Puck drop, knocked down by a hand, sent right back in. Passingham has to put the pad down, turn that one aside, and then very quickly Hudson Michaelis gets on the horse, races up through center ice, lets a quick shot go, and that one covered up by Jeremy Pominville. Will get a stoppage in play halfway through period number 1. So 10:04 left, period number 1, just about half the period played here. Shots on goal, 7 for Watertown, 5 for Elmira. Neither team with a power play opportunity at this point.
Jeff, again, what we said, another exciting first period.
Face-off one, goes to the corner. Boudreau goes back to get it, tried to lift it out of the zone. It was kept in on the far side. Now it comes out to Juritz. Juritz pokes it ahead to Kyle Powell. Powell comes down the right-hand side, just going to put it on goal, hoping for a rebound. Did get one, but nobody there in a black sweater. But now Derek Boudreau takes the puck, gives it to Powell in behind. Powell sends it out to Juritz. Juritz let a shot go, just missed on the near side. Goal's going to come off, or we're going to get a stoppage in play. I'll tell you what, David, one thing you're going to notice right off the bat tonight, the passing on the Watertown side is much crisper than what we saw last night.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Coach probably made some adjustments, noticed that we were giving up a lot of pucks last night, but now the boys seem to just know where everybody's moving. Elmira coming out a little flat, but we can't always rely on that because they're a strong team, a lot of talent, but Watertown's very solid play right now. It's a very exciting game. Can't wait to see what the West brings for us.
Well, folks, don't forget to join us post-game on the YouTube page for the 9-round fitness player report. Immediately following our game here tonight, you can find it on our YouTube page or on the Wolves Facebook page. 9-round fitness on County Route 202 in Watertown at 21290 County Route 202. Check them out online at 9round.com. That's the number 9round.com. Get fit, never hit. 9-round fitness, official sponsors of your Watertown Wolves post-game player report. Well, I'll tell you what, tip of the hat to the crew here at the Watertown Municipal Arena. The ice seems to be recovering. It's holding up nicely right now.
Oh, absolutely. Watertown very reliable on their ice surface.
So the faceoff is going to come to the near side as we go back to action after the timeout here. Derek Boudreau skates into the faceoff circles. One to the side comes to Kyle Powell. Powell set a shot go. Rebound came right off. Passingham fell down on his backside and slow to get back up. And just like last night, Passingham now skates out of the goal. And that was kind of an awkward fall, and he looks like he's in a little bit of pain again. Glenn Patterson comes over, has a word with Troy Passingham. Pass still looking down at the ice. Face off out to Justin Coachman. He's just going to send that one on goal. It hit a stick. It was Hudson Michaelis able to knock that one down, sends it cross ice to Brendan Tucker. Tucker comes in, lets a shot go that high in the air over the top of the goal. Then it's sent all the way to the backside. Tucker races all the way to the left-hand side to pick it up. Gives it out to Patterson at the point. Patterson sends it in deep. Comes off the dasher. Mafuz holding on to it. Trying to get a centering pass. That one got tipped out to neutral ice area. Gathered up by Dallas Desjardins. He'll come down the left-hand side. Desjardins let a shot go, but he hit Gino Mini on the leg, and now it's going to come back out to a neutral ice area, and now we're going to get a penalty. They're both going to go, I think, right here, David.
Yep. Linesman's calling for both men.
Dallas Desjardins and Gino Mini were having a few words behind the play. Both took shots at each other, and they were both going to sit down now for 2 minutes.
You got Gino Mini for cross-checking and Dallas Desjardins for interference.
Well, our officials here this evening, our referees are Matt Roy and Jordan Cable, and our linesmen Chris Forden and Dave Zarniak controlling the action here tonight. Same 4 officials we saw last night. Did an excellent job in last night's game.
Yeah, they were able to keep everything under control. The officials this year are very nice for the FPHL.
So puck back to the offensive end for Watertown. Jurich has it. As we recall, last night the Wolves scored on a 4-on-4 skating opportunity, and hopefully they can make that work. Actually, we gave up a 4-on-4 goal later in the game too, though. The puck coming back through neutral ice area. It is Hudson Michaelis. Goes right to the front of the goal, and that one just misses the outside. Pominville got caught out of shape, and Michaelis able to slide it right through the blue ice, but couldn't get it into the goal. Derek Boudreau back the other way with Corey Sherman. Boudreau stops, puts the brakes on, turns with it there, and then he'll take a shot and get knocked down. Racing back the other way, 2-on-1, now 3-on-2 opportunity. Puck sent in deep, centering pass coming, broken up off the
Great
stick of
recovery
Kyle
by the
Powell.
Wolves.
Unbelievable effort by Kyle Powell, able to get that one, not once but twice, and poke it back towards neutral ice area. Wolves holding on to it there. Centering pass for Corey Sherman. Gets hit by Tucker right out of the bench as he came out. Now Ahmed Mahfouz holds on to it deep into the corner. 43 seconds left in the 4-on-4 skating situation. Glenn Patterson settles it down, sends it to Yarwood near side. Yarwood just going to slide it out to Patterson. Patterson down the right-hand side. Tries to slide it in front to Tucker. Didn't get it all the way through, but Benko's going to send it back to Tucker in the corner. Coachman will get him tangled up. They'll get pinched up along the boards. The puck does scoot out to the side, though, and now able to skate with it is Michael Desjardins. Desjardins to Liam Little, far side. Little takes it down the right-hand side, puts it on goal. Troy Passingham able to find that one, covers it up. We'll get another stoppage with 11 seconds left in the 4-on-4. 6:59 left in period number 1 here. Again, for what's been a fun period of play. And now it looks like the Wolves are going to get a bench penalty is what I'm thinking, as Michael Desjardins just came over and sat down. And I'm not sure what the call. They actually went to the bench and got him and brought him to the penalty box. Didn't see the hand signal from the official, so as soon as we get an explanation on that, we will pass it along to you. But so now for the next 11 seconds, it will be 4-on-3 skating. So 11 seconds left, 4-on-3, and then it'll be a abbreviated power play for the Enforcers. Hudson Michaelis gets the rebound, brings it right back to the short slot, winds up, fakes the shot, sends it across to Breen. It comes back all the way out, and then Yarwood sent it in. Now the shot in behind comes out to Yarwood again as he's able to tip it back to Michaelis in the corner. 1:36 left in the man advantage. Yarwood back to the slot, drops it for Michaelis. Michaelis brings it out, lets the shot go. Standing right there on the doorstep was Ahmed Mahfouz. Couldn't handle it, then he took a huge hit from Cole Sonstable. Michaelis controls it, leaves it for Yarwood. Yarwood sends it deep into Mahfouz. Mahfouz turning with it, gives it back to Michaelis. Michaelis slides it all the way across. Big shot coming. That goes across the top of the goal, end of the glass. Michaelis able to grab the rebound, sends it far side once again. Puck comes back to Yarwood. He'll send it into Michaelis. Michaelis turning with it. And then a quick shot. That one turned off the side of the goal. It's going to end up with Ahmed Mahfouz. He'll give it to Yarwood, it comes out to the point again. Yarwood, they try to slide it in front. That one broken up, and Desjardins able to lift that one down the ice. 44 seconds left in the man advantage, and the Wolves able to get a line change on that dump in. 5:36 left, period number 1. Brendan Tucker back the other way, puck knocked down, and the Wolves with a shorthanded opportunity. Jamie Lucas going to come in, he's going to shoot one, that's going to go off. Troy Passingham goes out to the near side, and the Wolves controlling with 23 seconds left in the man advantage. Wolves doing a great job taking some time off here. 15 seconds left. It'll get sent in. That thing was sent up and out of play, and now Ahmed Mahfouz arguing with the official. It should be a delay of game. He is all over the official. Just inside the Watertown zone. The official seems like he's going to skate away, has nothing to do with it. Mahfouz not a real happy camper right now, looking for that delay of game call. So face off in the Watertown end. Derek Boudreau skates in against Mahfouz. That one right through the feet. The Wolves able to get it away from the goal. Now it comes to Mahfouz near side. 7 seconds left. Man advantage. Babenko goes to get the loose puck. It got squirted behind the goal. Boudreau is going to end up with it. Penalty is over. Dallas Desjardins out of the penalty box. Desjardins looks to pick it up. He will on the far side. Skated right across the ice. And then he had it hacked off his stick as he came through the offensive end. Now it comes out. Collision between Marvin Powell and we're going to get a penalty coming to now Michael Desjardins. Michael Desjardins going to sit down for 2 minutes for tripping. So the Wolves all of a sudden find themselves a couple of times down. Watertown this year has been shorthanded 94 times. They've allowed 18 power play goals this year for a .806 penalty kill. Elmira, flip side of that, has had 112, now 113 power play opportunities. 25 power play goals for the Enforcers this season. So Michael Desjardins follows his brother, and he'll come into the penalty box. Puck in behind the Watertown goal, gets sent out far side. Michaelis skates in, sends it back deep. In one more time to Dion. Dion turn, gave it back to Michaelis. Now to Yarwood. Back to Michaelis. Back to Yarwood again. In deep to Michaelis. Across ice to Dion. Dion slides it back to the slot. Yarwood has it there. He'll give it right back to Dion on the far side. Wolves doing a great job lining up right now, getting in front of the shooters. So no good, clean opportunity. Mahfouz has it, slides it in front, and a backhand by Dion missed on the top side, and a nice opportunity. Now it comes to the near side. Mahfouz rifles one, that missed on the top corner. Comes all the way back out to the blue line. 56 seconds left, man advantage. They shoot and score! Dale Dion's going to step in from just inside the blue line. He's going to rifle one, and you could hear Jeremy Pomigal got a piece of it, but it's going to beat him in the 5-hole, and Elmira puts the first point on the board tonight. Makes it 1-0 with 3:36 remaining in period number 1.
To be honest, Jeff, I think Elmira was given a little bit of a gift there.
The problem is, for the last 4 minutes, Watertown's been down a man. You're bound to give up a goal when you're skating 5-on-4 for that long.
Yeah, that's correct, usually.
So back to action. Tyler Jertz holds the puck for the Watertown Wolves, tries this long outlet pass for Kyle Powell. Powell able to tip that into the offensive end, but Patterson's going to end up with it. Powell causes the turnover, tried to slide it in front to Boudreau. That one's going to get sent the length of the ice, and it gets up on an edge. It's not going to make it down. So icing obviously waved off. Jertz able to give it back to Boudreau. Boudreau in a huge collision on the far side with Dmitry Babenko. And Babenko may have got a stick or a skate to the side of the face. The puck back to the offensive end. The Wolves come in. Quick shot coming. Big rebound off Troy Passingham. Then it's loose down on the ice. Nobody can control it, so the enforcers come right back the other way. Mafuz steps inside the blue line, sends it cross ice to Babenko. Babenko back in front. Let a shot go. That was off the stick of Dale Dion, and that's going to go way up into the netting behind Jeremy Pominville. Get another stoppage in play. 2:34 remaining in the opening period here from the Watertown Municipal Arena. Face-off comes back to the point. Yarwood controls, gives it to Mafuz. Mafuz sent it on goal. That one rebounded out to the side off the save by Pominville. Goes back, Vladimir Port trying to lift that one. Does get it out over the blue line. It gets sent right back in. Wolves settle the puck down there. Outlet pass for Liam Little too far, and we'll get an icing call as he was unable to put a stick on it. With 2:13 left, another stoppage in play. Well, 3 power play opportunities here this evening for the Elmira Enforcers, period number 1. I guess, David, the good thing is only allowing 1 goal on those power play opportunities because the Wolves were shorthanded for quite a time in the period.
Yeah, that's right, Chet. The Wolves aren't playing too bad. Just got to find a way to get a goal and even this game up.
Back to the offensive end, and Michael Desjardins crashed through. Looked like he was going to get a shot off. Puck comes right back in front. He let a one-timer go, passing him somehow. Got a piece of that one, sent it to the corner. Puck comes back on the near side. Liam Little going to end up with it. He and Michaelis in a battle right in front of us. Then Brandon Tucker's going to take the puck away, sends it in the Watertown end, but it's intercepted there. Now back out to neutral ice. Gets sent back. Centering pass for Hudson. Michaelis gets in behind the defense. He'll send one wide of the goal on the near side. And that big rebound came all the way back out to center ice, gathered up there. Now the Wolves able to take it away. Skating back the other way. Derek Boudreau comes in, fires a shot. That off the glove of Passingham. Now it gets centered back out. Long outlet pass. Should be an icing call, and yes, it will be. With 1:10 remaining, period number 1. Face off all the way back into the Elmira end. Well, folks, we'll remind you the Watertown Wolves are home next Friday and Saturday night. Come on down and join us here at the Watertown Municipal Arena. The puck will drop at 7:30 both nights. If you can't get there, please join us here on Watertown Wolves Hockey as the Columbus River Dragons make their first ever trip here to the Watertown Municipal Arena. So under a minute to play here, period number 1. Wolves control. Michael Desjardins coming out of the Watertown end. Brendan Hussey all over him. Desjardins takes a shot up high across the face. Penalty coming here. Crashing in was Michael Desjardins. The call is going to be a high stick as Cameron Yarwood caught him right up underneath the chin and put him right on his backside.
Big opportunity for Watertown. Got to capitalize here.
And it'd be great to start the second period on a power play as well, or at least even the score here in the last 42 seconds. Well, Elmira went through a little period where they had a couple of losses right in a row, and one reason was guys like Ahmed Mahfouz missing and also Cameron Yarwood. Yarwood, one of the better players in the FPHL, and they really missed him in their lineup last week. Puck turned over in the Watertown end, so it gets sent back out. The Enforcers controlling, just trying to take some time off the clock. Patterson sends it all the way back behind his goal with 11 seconds left in the period. And now Dion sends it out. The Wolves intercept it. Quick shot coming from Boudreau. And that one, Passingham able to cover that one up and bring another stoppage to play with 5 seconds left in the period. So 5 seconds left, period number 1. The Wolves will start period number 2 with the power play. Derek Boudreau is going to skate in the face-off circle for the Wolves. Gets one back to the corner, pinned up along the boards by Glenn Patterson, and that'll bring an end to period number 1 here from the Watertown Municipal Arena. Well, the lone goal of the period, a power play goal, Hudson Michaelis makes it 1-0 in favor of the Elmira Enforcers. That is 16-24 of the period, assisted by Amid Mahfouz and by Dale Dion. Shots on goal, Watertown 16, Elmira 12. Power plays here this evening, Elmira 1 for 3 on power play opportunities, and the Wolves in the midst of their second power play of the evening. Well, Dave, it's what we expected and what we had hoped to see. Another exciting game to watch. We still got 40 minutes left to go here, but period number one, even though you're down 1 goal, was a good game and a lot of positives for the Wolves in that period.
Oh, most definitely. The Wolves are playing very solid hockey tonight. Seems like they're keeping Mahfouz away from the middle of the zone, trying to force him out. Justin Coachman playing Mahfouz physical, keeping the puck away from him. Overall, I'm very satisfied with the way the Wolves are playing. Got an unfortunate bounce, but I think, obviously, Watertown dominated that period for most of it.
So look around the Federal Prospect Hockey League action going on here tonight. Down in Columbus, Georgia, the Columbus River Dragons hosting the Port Huron Prowlers. Late in that game, the River Dragons hold a 7-5 lead over Port Huron. Down in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, the Carolina Thunderbirds hosting the Menor Icebreakers out of Menor, Ohio. The score there, 2-0, Menor, that in period number 2. Down in Harrington, Delaware, the Delaware Thunder hosting the Danbury Hat Tricks out of Danbury, Connecticut. 4-2, the Thunder lead the hottest team in the league right now by 2 goals. That also in period number 2. The Battle Creek Rumblebees are in Danville, Illinois tonight. And the Battle Creek out of Michigan leads the Danville, Illinois Dashers 1-0 in period number 1. That game just shortly underway, and Battle Creek able to get a quick goal there. Well, we're going to take a short break here at the Watertown Municipal Arena. Still got 40 minutes of great Watertown Wolves hockey here this evening. Your Wolves again hosting the Elmira Enforcers 1-0 after 20 minutes of play. We want to thank you for joining us here tonight. For David Page, my name is Jeff Barrett. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Well, welcome back to the second period here at the Watertown Municipal Arena. My name's Jeff Barrett along with David Page, taking you through your hockey action here this evening. The Wolves trailing 1-0 after 20 minutes of play. The lone goal coming on a power play effort from the Enforcers at 16:24 of the period. Hudson Michaelis, assisted by Ahmed Mahfouz and by Dale Dion, made it 1-0. Shots on goal, period number 1. It was 16 in favor of Watertown, 12 for Elmira. Watertown 2 power play opportunities to actually start period number 2 on the power play here this evening. And the Enforcers 1 for 3 on power play opportunities here tonight. Federal Prospect Hockey League coming into tonight. First place, the Eastern Division, the Danbury Hat Tricks, after 26 games played. 18 wins, 5 losses, 1 overtime win, 2 overtime losses for 58 points. Lead the league on that side. Watertown holds on to the number 2 spot with 14 wins, 10 losses, 2 overtime losses for 44 points. The men are Icebreakers, 27 games in, 13 wins, 12 losses, 2 overtime losses, 41 points. Elmira coming into tonight here in Watertown with 26 games under their belt, 11 wins, 12 losses, 2 overtime wins, 1 overtime loss for 38 points. And the Delaware Thunder, who are leading tonight at home after 24 games played, 7 wins, 17 losses for 21 points. The Western Division has been the Carolina Thunderbirds at the top since the beginning of the season. After 25 games, 20 wins, 3 losses, an overtime win, and an overtime loss for 63 points. The Port Huron Prowlers, who have been surging as of late, have 13 wins, 8 losses, 3 overtime wins for 45 points. Danville, 14 wins, 10 losses, 1 overtime win, 2 overtime losses for 46 points. The Columbus River Dragons looking for another win here tonight, up by a couple of goals here late in the game. 7 wins, 15 losses, 3 overtime, and 1 overtime loss for 28 points. And Battle Creek, just 1 win on the season, 26 losses. So they've got 3 points. Their first win last weekend down in Elmira on Friday evening. And they're looking to get their second win of the year. The Columbus River Dragons, we'll get to see them for the very first time next weekend here at the Watertown Municipal Arena. Puck will drop at 7:30 both nights. We ask you to come on down, enjoy us here. We got a packed house here tonight. Would love to see you all do that again next weekend. But if not, we hope you join us here on Watertown Wolves Hockey and listen to all the action between myself and Dave Page as we will take you through your hockey evening. Well, Dave, we mentioned it a couple of times last night. 1 goal loss, but an entertaining game. Another good hockey game here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Elmira got most of the power plays in the first period, came away with a goal, but Watertown's defense is stellar tonight, holding Ahmed Mahfouz outside, trying not. Now I hear John Clement telling us he's now 4 points away from his 800th point. So they're going to be hungry to try to not be the team that he gets those points from, because I believe we were the team that he got his 700th on. So they're going to come out, play him hard. They're playing physical. They're connecting the passes, which is crucial, what we talked about in the first period. But now they just got to finally put a couple goals in and maintain momentum going in all the way to the end.
You know, we had the conversation earlier, and I think we've all had this conversation. Ahmed Mahfouz is one of those guys that when he's on the ice, you hate to see him. You don't like playing against him. But off the ice, he's probably one of the nicer guys you're going to talk to in the league.
Oh, absolutely. He does a lot for the community of Elmira. I think it was really good for Elmira to get someone as big as Ahmed Mahfouz, who's probably going to go down as one of the best players ever in the FPHL, along with like some players we were talking about, like Joe Pace. Same thing, same scenario. But overall, Ahmed Mahfouz, great person to be around and a great captain and leader.
And you look at the numbers he's put up, as you said, closing in on 800 points, absolutely huge for a pro career, even at this level. It shows you how long he's been around, his intensity, how well he's played. And he was missing in action for a couple of weeks, and you can see where Elmira suffered because he wasn't in the lineup.
Oh, I remember Foose has definitely been the MVP of every team he's played for. And you're correct. Battle Creek got their first win with Mafoose not in the lineup, or Yarwood. That just shows how crucial that those two are for this team. But now we got Yarwood still in the penalty box for I think another minute and a half.
Yep.
So Wolves need to jump on top of this, get this goal, knot this game up, and like we said, we're going to see some entertaining hockey for the rest of the night.
And one more time, we will mention we had a late start here tonight. They had mechanical issues here this afternoon at the Watertown Municipal Arena. No power. The place warmed up quite a bit. The concrete warmed up, so they had a hard time getting ice sealed up again. So we had a delay for that, and then we had a delay to the start of the period once the guys got out on the ice. Right now, after resurfacing, looks like we've got a really nice sheet of ice. We should be good to go. So, again, thumbs up to the crew here at the Watertown Municipal Arena and the guys that they brought in, Davis Mechanical, that got them hooked back up, got the ice chilled back down, and that problem's behind us. We're ready for good hockey the rest of the night.
Now, hopefully, all through this week, they get the problem fixed permanently and we won't have it again.
Well, both teams back out on the ice. Clock set at 20 minutes. We get ready to go. As they said, Wolves are going to start the period 1 minute 18 on the power play as Cameron Yarwood sits here in the penalty box. Took a penalty for high sticking as we get ready to go back at it. Face-off one back by Mafoose to Patterson. He's just going to send that the length of the ice. Settled down there by Michael Desjardins. He'll leave it behind. Kyle Powell slides it out to the near side. Derek Boudreau going to try to race down the near side. Centering pass coming. Wolves, a collision between a couple of his teammates as they came through center ice, but Michael Desjardins wheels right back into the offensive end for the Wolves. Stops, puts the brakes on. He'll slide out. Give it to Kyle Powell. Powell in the slot. Puts it on goal. That one hit a body. Went to the side of the goal and then gets lifted down the ice. Powell will chase it back. Jeremy Pominville out of his own goal. Settles the puck down. It will be Kyle Powell back to pick it up. He'll set up behind Brendan Hussey, keeps an eye on him, and then he'll slide it out to the near side. Babenko comes in on Boudreau, so Boudreau dishes the puck off to the far side, and then a turnover at neutral ice, and Brandon Hussey's going to come right back in. Short-handed effort, puts a shot on goal, and that one gathered up by Pominville, and will get a stoppage in play. So 1 minute into period number 2, and each team has had a couple of opportunities. Faceoff's going to go to the far side. It'll be just to the left of Jeremy Pominville. 20 seconds left in the Elmira man advantage. Faceoff came right in front. Sonstable settled it down for Watertown. Gives it back to Desjardins. Desjardins turns, drops the puck for Kyle Powell. Powell sends it to the near side off the board. Jurich able to pick it up, sends it right back cross ice, but then sent right back in. Penalty over. Yarwood back out onto the ice as the Wolves did look to get another rush started here. Skating 5-on-5 one more time. Puck into the offensive end. Jurich has it. Keeping an eye on him was Patterson, and then skating away was Desjardins with it. Comes out to the point, skips over the stick of Sonstable, so the Wolves have to get back on side. Sonstable skates back into his own end, turns with it there. Now he'll come up, sends it in the offensive end, hit the stick of Brandon Hussey, so that one turned over. Sonstable picks it up, gives it back to Marvin Powell. He'll turn with it. Powell's going to slide it cross ice, tipped ahead by Liam Little, then right back the other way, way in front of the play was Ahmed Mahfouz. So Jeremy Pominville out of his own goal had to settle it back this way. Long outlet pass, way too far for Lucas. So Glenn Patterson has it, tries to slide it forward onto the stick of Tucker. Couldn't get it to him. Then the dump in hit the official on the far side. Little battling for the loose puck, hits Tucker on the way out. Tucker settles down the puck, just going to lift that into the offensive end, and then he'll go for a change. Puck in behind, chasing back. Corey Sherman picks it up for Watertown. He'll skate out to the far side, sends it all the way across ice. That one tipped forward and then sent right back into the Watertown end. So Powell goes back, picks the puck up, gives it to Justin Coachman. Coachman turns, tries to slide it out of the zone. That hit a skate, but it's going to come right back onto the stick of Marvin Powell. He'll lift it on goal, backhand from center ice. So Passingham settles it one down, gives it to the near side, lifted in by Dominic Horvath. Horvath sends it deep, and then that one tipped out to the side. Horvath knocked it down, couldn't control. So Marvin Powell's going to end up with it. He'll hit it high off the glass, gets it out to center ice, and then turning with it is Kinsman there, almost taken away by Kyle Powell. Kinsman with a nice little move, holds on to the puck, and now the Wolves with an opportunity to skate as Tyler Jurich down the far side, comes to the short side. The puck got poked up into the air, and going right back the other way is Gino Mini. He'll take it to the far side, settles it down, centering pass coming for Kinsman. That one redirected, gets up and out of play. 16:29 remaining period number 2. So Wolves getting a late change here on the exchange. Face off Watertown end. Dallas Desjardins won it back to the corner. Then he'll go get the puck from Michael Desjardins. Skates all the way out, sends it to Jamie Lucas. Lucas almost got it in behind the defense. And then a quick touch of the puck got back outside the blue line. Liam Little flying in on the far side will get an offside and have to try it one more time. Face off Dallas Desjardins, back to Michael. Michael slides it forward, and then giving chase there. Liam Little in a foot race for the loose puck, pokes it along to Jamie Lucas. Lucas able to control, try to get it back to Desjardins. Now it goes right out through center ice. Brandon Hussey settles it down. He'll go to the right-hand side, comes crashing down the middle. Collision between a couple of players in front. Now he's going to get knocked down. We're going to get a penalty, and the Wolves are going to be shorthanded again. Now Cameron Yarwood's going to get together on the far side with Liam Little. They'll have a couple of words. And slow to get back up to his feet, Brendan Hussey, as he got hit from behind by Dallas Desjardins. And the Wolves will be short one more time here this evening. So roughing will be the call. 2 minutes up on the board. Face off deep Watertown end. As one more time, Watertown tries to kill off the man advantage. Yarwood held it in, send it right back in behind. Michaelis has it. He'll back it over to the far side to Mafuz. Mafuz turning with it, gives it back to Michaelis. They'll switch places, and now he'll give it to Yarwood. Yarwood slid it down in. Michaelis had it taken away. Quick shot coming. That one gloved by Jeremy Pominville, and we get a quick stoppage in play. Well, Dave, the theme tonight seems to be shorthanded efforts for Watertown.
Oh, most definitely. You got to find a way to stay out of the box and get this game equal.
Yarwood in the slot, takes it, slides it down on the right-hand side to Mafuz. He'll get it in deep to Michaelis. Michaelis missed the pass, but it came right back to him again. Now he'll get it out to Yarwood. Yarwood slides it to Dion near side. He'll turn with it, comes back, gives it to Yarwood. Yarwood, a huge blast. That missed on the near side. Rebound came back out. Dale Dion put it on goal, missed on the near side. And then trying to get the puck right back in. Mafuz in deep behind the goal, sends it out to Michaelis. Michaelis back to Mafuz. This one poked away, does get outside the blue line. So Yarwood back through center ice, picks up the puck, leaves it for Hudson Michaelis. Michaelis sends it cross ice to Dale Dion. Dion able to gather it up, slides it forward to the far side. Mafuz gets it in the offensive end. Jeremy Pominville tried to pin it up against the boards, but it came through. And finally the Wolves able to lift that one down the length of the ice. And they'll get a line change here. 41 seconds left in the man advantage. Yarwood far side, drop pass for Hudson Michaelis. Michaelis comes through center. Comes to the near side, avoids the check from Michael Desjardins. Able to stick handle, came right out in front of the goal, and then gave the puck up to Mafuz. Mafuz deep in the corner. Trying to come away with it. Wolves able to poke that one away, and now Michael Desjardins slides it forward. And with 13 seconds left, short-handed opportunity. Liam Little tried to let a shot go. That went off a stick, went to the far side. 7 seconds left, and another turnover here in neutral ice area. The Wolves will just hold on to it. Dallas Desjardins back out onto the ice. He'll shoot over and get a replacement, so we get the lines back matched up. Puck all the way to the far side. Marvin Powell had it for a second, had it taken away, but now it's poked out, and a little touch pass to Derek Boudreau. Boudreau gets inside, lets a huge shot go, but right into the stomach of Troy Passingham. Passingham gathers that one up. We get another stoppage in play. Troy Passingham, not one of those guys you're just going to shoot at the goal and slip one by him. You need a lot of traffic in front of him. If he can see it, he's got a great opportunity to make the stop.
Most of the time, he will make the stop.
Puck comes around near side. Babenko picks it up, tries to slide it out of the zone. Vladimir Port able to keep it in, but Glenn Patterson's going to end up with it. Wolves caused the turnover in the offensive end, and then giving chase on the far side. Horvath had it. He'll send it over to the near side. Now it comes right back to him. Horvath tried to lift that into the offensive end. It hit a body. Wolves turn it over there. Now long outlet pass. Kyle Powell. Powell gives it back to Jurich. Hard off Jurich's stick. Had to slow down. Gathered up. Centering pass missed. That went off a skate. Went behind the goal. And now gathered up one more time by Horvath. He'll turn with it there. Now it comes out to the near side. Babenko gives chase. Vladimir Port does hold on to it. He'll give it to Justin Coachman. Coachman slides it forward to Boudreau. Boudreau to Powell. Powell let a shot go. That hit Horvath, and Horvath is slow to get off the ice, and he will head to the bench. I think that caught him up on the arm under the pad, and very quickly he headed back to the Enforcer bench. Tyler Jurich tried to get in between two defenders, gave the puck away. Now the puck comes back out through neutral ice area, gathered up by Tucker. Tucker tried to get it back to Mafuz. He does get it. Mafuz trying to pick up the loose puck, slides it back out to the near side. Michaelis has it. Cross ice pass. That one intercepted by Johnstone. Watertown holds on to it there, turning it this way, coming to the near side, sent right back out to neutral ice. Gathered up by Glenn Patterson. Patterson sends it cross ice one more time. It gets kicked all the way back into the Enforcers' end. Enforcers control in their own end. Tucker just going to slide it to the far side. Intercepted there. Johnstone has it, slides it in behind the goal. Liam Little will give chase. The puck comes all the way out to the point. Cole Sonstable just going to put it towards the goal. Sherman couldn't get to it to get a shot on it. Patterson holds on to the loose puck. He'll pick it up, sends it off the boards, does get outside the blue line. So Marvin Powell's going to have to gather it up for Watertown, but it's taken away by Mafuz on the pass over. He'll send it back into his own end. Patterson lifts it out the far side, takes a big hit, slides it ahead to Hudson Michaelis. Michaelis loose puck in the corner, picks it up, avoids the check there, turns. He's got Mafuz behind. Mafuz picks up the puck, centering pass coming. That one intercepted, and a big blast coming from Cameron Yarwood. And Jeremy Pominville's going to swallow that one up, and we get another stoppage in play. Face-off one comes right back to Watertown. Jamie Lucas tried to tip it into the offensive end. He and Gino Mini come together, battling for the loose puck. It gets poked along to the near side. Chudley had it, sends it cross ice. Wolves able to gather it up there, sent right back in by Justin Coachman. Big rebound came all the way around. Vladimir Port able to keep it in, but Chudley's going to come away with it. Chudley comes out, and the puck goes all the way into the Watertown end, and now we're going to get another penalty. One more time, Watertown taking some really dumb penalties here tonight. And Michael Desjardins is going to sit down. 2 minutes for interference.
I don't agree with that call, Jeff. He was just skating back to try to get back in the defensive zone.
Yeah, but the problem is he lifted the stick of Gino Mini and sent it flying across the ice. So the official standing right there. And now Dallas Desjardins down on the ice. He just took a shot, and he's going to be slow to get up. Said mistakes like that, from Jamie Lucas, had to come over and sit down. The Wolves trying to get back into this, trailing by a goal. Can't keep taking the stupid mistakes like that. You got to keep your head in the middle of all this. Well, already a short bench for Watertown, and now you've got Dallas Desjardins down on the ice and needing some assistance from the medical team here in Watertown. And looks like we're going to have an extended timeout here. 10:33 remaining, period number 2 at the Watertown Municipal Arena. So Dallas Desjardins does get back up to his skates with a lot of better help here. He will head back towards the...
Yeah, unfortunate for Dallas. He was on the ice. Sonspo went to go slap shot to clear the puck out, and it went right into, I think, the midsection of Dallas Desjardins.
So Dallas is going to head off. He'll go back towards the locker room, get his assistants back there. 1:56 left, man advantage here. Period number 2. One more time. For the 5th time this evening, the Wolves shorthanded. And again, it's little mistakes like that. They've given up some bad penalties here tonight. Mafouz gives it to Yarwood, far side. Yarwood skates towards the slot, sends it over onto the near side to Dion. It goes back to Mafouz. Quick shot, he'll shoot and score! Mafouz from Cameron Yarwood just rifled that one to the back of the goal, and Mafouz continues his scoring streak here in the FPHL, 3 points away from 800 career points. He had 5 points last night, a couple here tonight already, just about midway through the contest. Well, as you said, you make those little mistakes that you shouldn't be doing. It's going to bite you every time. And now the Wolves find themselves down by 2. Halfway through the contest here this evening. Back to the offensive end. Jurich ends up with it near side. Fanned on the shot. Tried to slide it forward. And then it gets kicked along. Comes out of the zone. Babenko has it. He'll lift it down to the offensive end. Jeremy Pominville just going to send that one all the way around the dasher. Kyle Powell picks it up. Tried to backhand it to Boudreau. That one intercepted right back the other way. Babenko holds on to it. Slides that. He'll take a huge hit. Gets knocked down on his backside by Sonstabo. Now Jurich is going to end up with it, and Hussey fell down. Powell couldn't get behind it, though. Puck comes sent right back in one more time, so Pominville out of his goal settles it down there. He will leave the puck in behind. It's intercepted and then gets sent all the way down. Tried to get a centering pass as Pominville got caught out of the goal, and there was nobody there, so the pass slid all the way down the ice. Elmira had to come back to their own end, pick it up from there. Skropolis going to slide it forward to Chudley. Chudley comes down, drop pass there for Minnie. Minnie sends one all the way through. That missed on the near side. Now Jurich is going to get knocked down. He'll come out to center ice trying to carry the puck. Goes to the far side. Minnie settles it down. Comes through center trying to get it poked off. He'll come to the near side. Left it for Chudley. Chudley's going to rifle one. That off the boot of Jeremy Pominville. Kept it on the far side by Yanni Skropolis. Going back to pick it up, Michael Desjardins settled the puck in behind his own goal. Sends it out on the far side. Now it'll come back to Tyler Jurich. Jurich skates in, gets inside the blue line. Dropped it for Derek Boudreau. Boudreau with a quick shot coming right in on the right-hand side. And Passingham's going to glove that one with another nice save here tonight, keeping it a 2-goal advantage for the for the Elmira Enforcers. Well, timeout on the ice here, 8:28 remaining in regulation. Folks, don't forget, join us post-game for the 9-Round Fitness post-game player report right here at the Watertown Municipal Arena. Following our game, you can find it on the YouTube page or on the Watertown Wolves Facebook page. That's the 9-Round Fitness post-game report here tonight following our game. Well, the Wolves bench the short bench just got shorter, David, with the injury to Desjardins.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a big loss. One of the top centers that the Wolves have. Hopefully he's okay. He's going to be able to get back by the third period. That's the thing. Don't rush this injury. If you can take the extended time, take the break all the way to the third, do it. So we don't have a shorter bench. Next week we got 2 more crucial games coming in.
Well, a few line changes the last couple of weeks. We've lost a couple of guys to call-ups, including Joe Devaney, who got called away. So still trying to figure out a couple of line changes here, but the Wolves really can't keep making little mistakes like that. Puck to the offensive end, face-off won by Watertown. Jamie Lucas has it, and then taken away by Michaelis, going back the other direction. He'll give it to Tucker, gives it to Mafuz. Mafuz comes down the right-hand side, trying to shovel it to the front of the goal. Tucker right there wanted to try to tuck it in on the short side, but the goal's going to come off the mooring, so we'll get a stop, and the face-off's going to go to the far side. Well, you heard the roar from the crowd here a minute ago, David. Chase Tippin out on the ice for the first time here this evening. I think this is his 3rd time out of retirement to come play.
I believe so, Jeff.
Cole Sensible controls in behind the goal, takes the puck across, tried to leave it for Marvin Powell. Powell able to tip that one forward, and then long outlet pass to Tippin. Tippin in a foot race, and he's not the fastest guy you're going to see, and we will get an icing call. And Tippin looking at the official like, hey, I beat him here, but we will get the icing call, and we'll go back to the other end. So face-off all the way back down to the Watertown side. Face-off one to Jamie Lucas for Watertown. He'll hand it into Marvin Powell. Powell comes out on the right-hand side. Long crossing pass back to Lucas. Tipped the stick, so no icing there. Into the offensive end, gathered up there. Comes to the near side. Liam Little has it. Left it for Lucas. Lucas tried to give it back, but puck taken away by Dominic Horvath. Horvath sends it around, and a big hit on the far side.
I think we're finally getting an Elmira penalty.
And it'll be Ahmed Mahfouz, I believe, that will get a slashing penalty on Marvin Powell. And my apologies, it will be 2 penalties. Okay.
Big loss for Ahmed Mahfouz is in the box.
Mahfouz and Dominic Horvath both going to sit down.
We got double minor.
Got double minor to Dominic Horvath for the slash, I believe. Haven't seen what the call is yet.
I think it was an unsportsmanlike by Mahfouz.
Yep. Mahfouz is going to get the slashing call, actually, so he'll get it, and he'll get the 2-minute minor, so it'll be a 4-minute for Dominic Horvath, and we'll have to wait and see what the official announcement is on that. They finally put it up on the board. It is unsportsmanlike to Dominic Horvath, so he's going to get a double minor for 4 minutes. So the Wolves, and now it looks like they're going to change it to 2-2.
Big opportunity for Watertown here. They got to score here before the end of the period.
So 5-on-3 for the next 2 minutes. Hopefully
the top
the Wolves
line
can get
will
one
be out
back
there
here.
for Watertown.
Yep. So coming out right now for Watertown, 5-on-3 skating opportunity. It'll be Michael Desjardins, Tyler Jurich, Dominic Boudreau, Jamie Lucas, and Kyle Powell on the other side. It'll be Dale Dion along with Hudson Michaelis and Glenn Patterson on the defensive side. And Michaelis immediately able to lift one down the ice here to help take a couple of seconds off this kill. Michael Desjardins is going to go back, pick it up for Watertown, and he'll come up towards center, stops just outside, hands it to Boudreau. Boudreau gets inside the zone here, drops it there for Kyle Powell. Powell looking for some traffic in front, gives it down to Desjardins in deep. He'll send it to the far side. Jurich turns, lets the shot go. Puck down on the ice, it's loose. It's poked underneath the official right there, and Troy Passingham has to lay on his back and make the save to keep the puck out of the goal. It got behind Passingham, and he just sat right down on it to keep it out of the goal and keep it a 2-goal lead for the Elmira Enforcers.
I think Passingham is still hurt, very slow to get up.
Face off far side, goes to the corner. Michael is just going to rip that one all the way around. Patterson able to control. He'll lift that down the length of the ice. Pominville settles it down, gives it right back out to the blue line to Kyle Powell. 1:15 left in the man advantage. Puck dropped over here for Derek Boudreau. He'll send it back to Kyle Powell. Powell turning with it, gives it to Boudreau, near side. Boudreau slides in, drop pass for Desjardins. Desjardins to Powell, or to Jurich, excuse me. Then that one, Tyler Jurich able to wind up, lets the shot go. That goes off the stick of Dale Dion and up and out of play. So face off this time will go to the far side, just to Troy Passingham's right-hand side. Derek Boudreau is going to skate into the circle against Hudson Michaelis. Boudreau wins it back to Kyle Powell. Powell comes to the slot, drops it to Jurich. Far side, gets it in deep to Boudreau. He'll give it back to Jurich. Jurich lost it for a second, gathered it back up. Michael Desjardins near side, settles the puck down, back to Jurich again, and he winds up, lets the shot go. And I think again, David, I think that was Dion able to get a stick on it and send it out of play.
Now Elmira is going to be able to get that change.
So Dmitry Babenko out onto the ice now along with Tucker and Dion. It looks like what the penalty kill will remain here for the next 43 seconds. Boudreau face off again into the feet of Tucker. Tucker turning with it. Tried to lift it out. That hit a body. Wolves control there along the near side. Jamie Lucas has it. Now Jurich is going to pinch in. A bunch of bodies digging for the puck in the corner. Lucas trying to poke it along. He and Dion were tangled up. Boudreau ends up with it and then taken away by Dale Dion and sent the length of the ice with just 16 seconds left in the Watertown advantage. Skating 5-on-3 and only a couple of opportunities to put the puck on goal. Powell gives it back to Jurich. Jurich holds it, gives it back to Powell. Near side, goes back to Powell, slides it in deep to Boudreau. Boudreau handling there, gets it back in front. Jurich with the redirect. Knocked down, penalties are over. And Mafouz picks up the loose puck down the far side, slides it in front. And Babenko let a shot go, and that goes off the pipe. It was that close to being a 3-0 goal as Ahmed Mahfouz, another beautiful touch pass to get it in front. Puck going back the other way on the face-off. Liam Little skates in, lets a shot go. Big rebound from Passingham. Liam Little able to pick up the loose change, but he's got Glenn Patterson all over his back. Puck squirts out to the near side. Michael has had it, and now we're going to get a holding penalty.
Another big loss from Elmira. That's big Glenn Patterson.
Patterson had Liam Little tangled up in the corner. They were digging for the loose puck, and the puck squirted out to the side. And apparently Glenn Patterson didn't let go quick enough. And we're going to get another power play for the Watertown Wolves here. 4:57 left, period number 2. 2 minutes up on the board. The Wolves trying to cut in to this Enforcers lead here. Shots on goal through period number 2. 9 for Watertown, 7 for Elmira. And last night we saw a few penalties. Tonight we've seen a bunch of penalties on either side. Michael Desjardins carries the puck back to the Watertown end. Now he'll turn, comes cross ice, slides right down, and he's going to get hauled down from behind by Tucker. Delayed penalty coming. The Watertown Wolves are going to get another 5-on-3 opportunity right now, trying to take advantage of the extra skater as Jeremy Pominville has gone to the bench. Puck comes out to Kyle Powell. He'll turn, send it to Tyler Jurich. Jurich sends one all the way around. Gathered up on the rebound by Corey Sherman. Sherman steps in, slides it in front. They score!
Great pass,
Tyler Jurich! Tyler Jurich from Corey Sherman. And the Wolves cut the lead in half here with 4:16 remaining.
And now the penalty will be assessed. Great pass by Corey Sherman. No way passing him had a chance at that. But still, the Wolves will go back on the power play.
So power play goal, 15:44 of the frame. And as David just said, the penalty had not been assessed yet to Tucker. So now Tucker's going to sit down for 2 minutes. Face off one back to the Watertown end. Tyler Jurich's going to end up with it. He'll turn with it. Leaves it for Kyle Powell. Powell's just going to give it right back to him near side. Slid forward to Jamie Lucas. Lucas to the offensive end. Drops it for Corey Sherman. Sherman stops this side. Gives it back to Kyle Powell. Powell back to Sherman on the half board. He'll come back. Gives it back to Powell. They play catch. Now it gets sent cross ice to Tyler Jurich. Jurich on the far point, slides it back to Kyle Powell. Powell deep now into Corey Sherman. Sherman tried to slide it in front. That one broken up. Now Babenko racing the other way with a shorthanded opportunity. Kyle Powell back, does a beautiful job to take him off the puck. And the Wolves right back. Kyle Powell very smartly made the check but didn't get an elbow up and made sure that he took him off the puck but didn't incur a penalty at the time. So a smart play by a veteran hockey player.
Absolutely. Even with that full face helmet he's got, not afraid to take the hit, sacrificing for his team. Great leader right there in Kyle Powell.
So faceoff's going to come just outside the blue line here, just outside the Enforcers' end. Boudreaux's going to win it back from Michaelis. He'll slide it back to Michael Desjardins. Gives it back to Kyle Powell. 106, now 104 left in the man advantage. Going right back, Michael Desjardins to the offensive end. Had it poked away. It's going to get outside the zone. So Jurich races back. He'll leave it there for Desjardins. He'll slide it to Kyle Powell. His pass all the way back to Tyler Jurich, able to get it ahead to Boudreaux, had it poked off his stick, and then taken away by Mafuz. Then Mafuz down the other way with a quick shot go. That one gathered up by Pominville, and he tried to drop it, but it was stuck in his glove, so we will get a stoppage in play. So a face-off coming, 37 seconds left in the man advantage in the Watertown end.
I think he noticed that Elmira was caught with 2 men up trying to get the counterattack.
So the penalty, we finally got the report up here. I missed the hand signal earlier. Brandon Tucker, 2 minutes for hooking. 36 seconds left in that penalty. Patterson keeps it in, sends it in front. That one redirected. Another quick shot coming from Dimitra Babenko. And Jeremy Pominville covers that one up. But Elmira with a couple of shorthanded efforts here in the last portion of this power play. So face off, Tyler Jurich against Brandon Hussey. Hussey won it back and then goes in behind the Watertown goal. Kyle Powell's going to leave it there for Michael Desjardins. 20 seconds left in the man advantage. Skating out the near side will be Corey Sherman. Sherman's just going to lift it into the offensive end. He'll chase his own puck. Goes into the corner. He's being watched. Puts the brakes on as Dion's on his backside. Boudreaux able to come away with it. Tried to back it over to Sherman. He does. Sherman's going to get knocked down. Jurich lost the puck. Headed in a battle, he and Patterson went after it. Now the long outlet pass for Hussey. Penalty is over. We're back to even. Patterson into the offensive end, tries a wraparound, and then drop there. And Tucker's going to get knocked down from behind. For the Enforcers, no call there.
I think that's a good no call. They got away with one down here.
Coming in, quick shot coming, puck loose underneath, passing him, and he finds it, and he'll cover it up, bring a stoppage, and play 1:51 remaining in the second period.
I think it was a good no call. They got away with one down here, so.
We're getting a line change here, 1:51 remaining in the second period. The Wolves able to cut into the lead, 2-1 now here in period number 2. Late change for the Enforcers as we get ready to get started one more time. And Michael is going to skate in against Jamie Lucas. Face-off came back. Marvin Powell blasted one from the point. Big rebound. Came all the way out. Gets over the top of Cole Sonstable. Centering pass coming. That one goes through and going down through the goal. Hudson Michaelis trying to get the redirect. Crashing towards the front of the goal. Lost a skate. And he's going to slide right through, take the cage with him, and we'll get a stop with 1:38 remaining in period number 2.
Elmira keeps pleading for a penalty, but honestly, he just lost his edge trying to poke it in.
Face-off just outside the blue line, one to the far side. Marvin Powell is going to end up with the loose puck. Centering pass came to Jamie Lucas. Lucas quickly into the offensive end. Pokes it down. Now he'll drag it to the side. Put it right out in front. Nobody there. There was a big rebound from Passingham. Now the puck comes out. Sonstable puts it right back in front. That hit a body, went to the corner, finally sent out of the zone. And the Wolves have to recoil back into their own end to pick it up. Came through center. Marvin Powell ends up with it, able to slide it to the far side to Johnstone. Carson Johnstone just signed earlier this week. Puck came right back to him and now gathered up by Jurich. Jurich able to get in. Gave it to Sonstable. He'll send one cross ice. Missed the goal on the far side. Now putting the brakes on was Boudreau. Slides it down deep. Pass comes right back out in front and a huge shot from Derek Boudreau. And he gets hauled down. Troy Passingham made a huge save as Boudreau was right on the doorstep. And the big collision is going to take the goal off. And we'll get a stop. Derek Boudreau, I think, was a little upset he got hauled down, but just a huge collision as he was crashing towards the front of the goal.
Tyler Jurich and Derek Boudreau just seem to know when to hit each other on the streaking to the net. I think they have telepathy, Jeff.
Pass came right back, trying to control there, 42 seconds. Brandon Hussey takes the pass, turns it back, comes back through center ice, left it for Tucker. Tucker tried to slide it through to Dion. Dion went by him to Babenko. Babenko sent it in deep. Now long outlet pass far side to Kyle Powell. Pass behind Jurich as he was trying to streak in behind the Enforcers' defense with 21 seconds remaining in the period. Coming away with it is Michael Desjardins. Got tripped up. And now
there's
he's going to get held
penalty.
down, and another penalty is coming. A tripping call with 12.8 seconds remaining in the period.
Going to happen in more perfect time.
So Babenko is going to sit down, and I thought they were going to call tripping. They did call a hooking penalty on the play. So for the next 12.8 seconds, Wolves with an extra skater out on the ice, and then they'll start period number 3 with the extra skater. Face off one near side. Michael Desjardins ends up with it. Kyle Powell gives it right back to him. He'll turn, give it to Powell. Powell sends it in deep to Boudreau. Boudreau tried to get a centering pass to Tyler Jurich. Somebody got a stick, send it back the other way. And that'll bring it in to period number 2. Well, David, we said it last night after the game, and I'll say it again tonight with 20 more minutes to play. If you're not enjoying this hockey game, even though we're on the short end again, if you're not enjoying this, you don't know hockey.
That's a great
fun
point,
game
Jeff.
to watch.
Oh, absolutely. For the past 2 games, Watertown's really stepped in intense. They know they have the talent to do it. They just got to find a way to finish. Finishing is the big thing that's been crushing the Wolves lately. But Tyler Jurich getting a nice snipe in the goal. Still got 20 more solid minutes of hockey. It's going to be a nail-biter. I'm definitely excited.
I'm having a great time tonight. As I said, the fans here last night, even though we ended up on the short end, at the end of the game, great applause for both teams out on the ice, and I think they're enjoying a great game here again tonight, and it shows by a full house, and people are having a great time.
Being only down by 1 instead of 2 now, going into the third, and pretty much dominating that period again. Wolves got to have some kind of confidence. They got to just make that slight adjustment, that last pass to the open man across the ice. It's going to get a goal in.
So the second goal of the evening for the Elmira Enforcers, Ahmed Mahfouz scores the goal, makes it 2-0, assisted by Dale Dion and by Cameron Yarwood. That goal at 9:47 of the period made it 2-0, and finally the Wolves able to get a power play tally from Tyler Jurich, made it 2-1 at 15:44 of the period. Period number 2, Watertown outshoots Elmira 13-11. Totals for the game: 29 for Watertown, 23 for Elmira. Watertown now, with that last penalty, on their 7th power play of the evening. They are 1 for 7 on the night. Elmira 2 for 5 on their power plays here tonight. Looking around the Federal Prospect Hockey League, as John Clement likes to say, the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll look through the league tonight. Down in Carolina, the Carolina Thunderbirds end up 3-0 winners over the Menor Icebreakers. The Columbus River Dragons 11-9 win over the Port Huron Prowlers. Almost a football score there, 11-9. The Delaware Thunder hold a 5-2 lead over the Danbury Hat-Tricks. The Danville Dashers up 6-2 in period number 2 over the Battle Creek Rumblebees. As we said, here in Watertown, 2-1 your score after 40 minutes of play. And John Clement, the voice of the Elmira Enforcers, standing next to me, letting me know that Ahmed Mahfouz is 3 points away from 800. My buddy John, if you want to listen to the broadcast on the other side, he is live on Mixlr.com. You can go and listen to your Elmira feed that way. We're going to take a short break here at the Watertown Municipal Arena. For David Page, my name's Jeff Barrett. David, 20 more minutes. This is going to be fun.
I'm excited.
Folks, we'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
Donnie's going to give you a jacket next week. He still uses AOL email.
It's the Wolves and the River Dragons here at the Municipal Arena.
So, what do you do for a living? You sell art? Same company?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to announce tonight's Davidson Auto Group contestant. To see who's going to get one shot and to see if they're lucky enough tonight to win a 2020 Chevy Blazer or $40,000 in cash. You purchase tickets from the Davidson Auto Group, and we've drawn one name, and that name is Craig Handschuck. Craig Handschuck, Handschuk. Craig, if you can hear me, please report to our penalty box area with a form of identification. Tonight, you're going to be the Davidson Auto Group contestant shooting for a 2020 Chevy
Well, welcome back to the Watertown Municipal Arena. We get set for period number 3. The Watertown Wolves trailing the Elmira Enforcers 2-1 here at home with 20 more minutes to play in regulation. My name is Jeff Barrett along with David Page bringing you your action here tonight for Watertown Wolves hockey. Let's tell you how we got there this evening. We started all the way back in period number 1. Power play goal by Hudson Michaelis at 16:24 of the period, assisted by Ahmed Mahfouz and by Cameron Yarwood, made it 1-0 on the power play goal, and that's the way period number 1 would end. Period number 2, another power play goal from Elmira as Ahmed Mahfouz nets the goal, assisted by Dale Dion and by Cameron Yarwood. That made it 2-0 at the 9:47 mark of period number 2. The Wolves finally got one back, 15:44 of the period. Tyler Jurich on the goal, assisted by Corey Sherman and by Kyle Powell. That made it 2-1, and that's the way period number 2 would end. Power plays tonight, we've seen a bunch of them. The Wolves in the midst of their 7th power play right now. They're 1 for 7 so far this evening. On the other side, Elmira's been shorthanded, has had 5 power plays. They've netted 2 power play goals. Shots on goal period number 2, 13-11 in favor of the Wolves. Shots on goal total for the game, 29, Watertown 23 for Elmira. David, 20 minutes to play yet. Wolves trailing by a goal. Got a little bit of work to do.
Oh, absolutely. Jeremy Palmville keeping them in this game, playing on his head, made a couple crucial stops on the breakaways for the Wolves. But Wolves got to come out, answer hard. I think they're on a power play at the beginning of this period, so hopefully they can get this game knotted up and then go for the win.
And I think the biggest problem we've seen here tonight, the passing in the first period was really crisp. Then it started to get a little sloppy through the middle part of period number 2, but it's also the dumb penalties they've been taking.
Oh, that's correct. Both teams are not very disciplined tonight, taking the bad penalties. Refs doing a good job keeping this game under control and not losing too much. It's going to come down to who makes less mistakes. No stupid penalties going into this third period.
Well, the Wolf defense is going to have to be, I should say, on fire here in this period. They're going to have to keep the puck at the other end, out of the zone, so that the Enforcers don't get those easy opportunities.
Oh, absolutely. They've been doing a great job. Excuse me, I lost my train of thought. They've been doing a great job keeping Mafusti outside, as I've reiterated all night. Now they got to keep doing it, especially in this third period, as he's gunning for those 3 points left to get to 800, as John Clement keeps reminding us.
He keeps reminding us. Yeah, he does. So they get ready for period number 3 here. The Wolves trailing 2-1, 1:48 left in the man advantage to start the frame. Again, my name is Jeff Barrett. David Page joining us once again here tonight. And finally, our producer of the show, Eric Thurstein, he's going to do a little bit of work tonight. He's finally over there to run the camera. after just hanging around all night. We're actually going to put him to work. So Eric Thorstein, the producer of our show here, ThunderForce Media. Puck is dropped. We go back to action. There was a little bit of a scrum there. A loose puck finally gets poked down in to the Enforcers, then sent out far side, lifted out of the zone and up and out of play, and we'll get a stoppage very quickly in the faceoff back into the Elmira side of the ice. Well, we do have a couple of finals already here this evening in the Federal Prospects Hockey League. In Columbus, Georgia, the River Dragons, 11-9 winners over the Port Huron Prowlers. And a final in Carolina tonight as the Thunderbirds beat the Menor Icebreakers 3-0. A couple other games really close to being ended here tonight. Puck down in deep, comes out to the short slot. Desjardins gives it back to Powell. Powell slides out towards the point, turns, puts it on goal. The puck was loose in front, couldn't take advantage. And now another opportunity. The goal's going to come off the mooring as the Wolves are crashing around the front of the goal. And a collision between a couple of players takes it off, so the faceoff is going to be deep in the Elmira end. 1:17 left in the man advantage. Derek Boudreau's going to win it back to Kyle Powell. Powell slides towards the slot with it, leaves it for Jurich near side. Jurich gives it right back to Powell. Powell holds on to it, puts it on goal, couldn't get the redirect in front, and it's gathered up near side by Dale Dion. Dion couldn't get it out of the zone, but now it gets slapped out by Mafuz out to center ice. Wolves gathered up there, head right back onto the attack one more time, and intercepted, and then sent out, and then knocked down. It goes all the way down on goal with 46 seconds left, man advantage. Pominville settles it down. He'll leave it for Kyle Powell. Powell going to send it to the far side to Derek Boudreau. Boudreau had it poked off his stick and a quick shot coming on a shorthanded side. But Kyle Powell ends up with the puck near side, slides it forward to Dallas Desjardins. Desjardins to Boudreau. He's got Liam Little with him. Steps inside the zone, sends it all the way across the ice, airmailed it to Kyle Powell, comes back to Dallas Desjardins, Michael Desjardins gave it to Jurich. 13 seconds left in the man advantage. Comes all the way across from Little, settled down one more time. Kyle Powell has it, sends it in deep to Jurich. Jurich is going to leave it for Liam Little. Little skates out on the far side, hit the official with it, lost it. Penalty is over. Babenko out of the box, picks it up on the near side, rifles one, missed to the far side, all the way across the goal. So Kyle back to pick it up. Kyle Powell, I should say, back to pick it up. Leaves it for Desjardins. He'll stop, puts the brakes on. Now he comes out and sends it all the way across ice to Powell, who's going to tip it ahead to Jurich. Jurich skates into the offensive end and right into three defenders. Lost the puck and gets sent right back down the ice. Should be an icing call, and yes, it is. And we'll go back the other way. Well, after an exciting 40 minutes, period number 3 starts out with some sloppy passing on both sides.
Let's hope it picks up. Knowing these two teams, it's definitely going to pick up.
Yeah. Face off, Corey Sherman's going to win it back for the Wolves. Left it on the near side for Jamie Lucas. Lucas turning with it, gives it back to Marvin Powell. Powell puts it in front. That one redirected, missed on the far side. Loose puck in behind the goal. Gino Mini's going to come away with it. Tried to slap it out to the far side, couldn't get it there. Harrison's going to send it all the way down to the corner for the Enforcers. He'll give chase from there. Cole Sonstable's going to end up with it, though. He'll give it back to Sherman. Sherman send it cross ice for Carson Johnstone. Johnstone got taken off the puck, but he's going to end up with it one more time as the puck gets lifted all the way down into the Enforcers. Then Patterson gathers it up for the guys in white. He'll slide it forward onto the stick of Hudson Michaelis. Michaelis tried to slide it through to Med Mafuz, and that one broken up. Mafuz turned, tried to give it right back to Michaelis as the Enforcers putting pressure on here to begin period number 3. Ahmed Mahfouz turning, left the puck near side, and that one overskated by Tucker. So Kyle Powell was able to lift that one back towards the Enforcers' end. The Wolves will get a couple of sets of fresh legs out on the ice. Patterson now races down the left-hand side, fakes the shot, then had it poked off his stick by Michael Desjardins. Desjardins able to slide it forward. Tyler Jurich very quickly picks it up. He'll leave it to the near side. Derek Boudreau crashing down, comes to the front of the goal, slid it in front of Troy Passingham, but nobody there in a black sweater. So the puck comes back out to center ice, gets rifled right back in one more time by Desjardins, and then pinching in, picking it up, Derek Boudreau ends up with a loose puck. He'll go in behind, had it poked away by Glenn Patterson. They'll get tangled up. Patterson able to slide that to Michaelis as he'll come out of the defensive end. For the Enforcers, he'll send it cross ice down to the corner. Pominville able to lift it back out to center ice. Cameron Yarwood's going to gather it up. Yarwood's just going to send it all the way back in. Yanni Skropoulos goes in, picks up the loose puck, but he's got Corey Sherman all over his backside as they'll get tangled up. Kinsman comes in. Eli Kinsman tried to take it away, send it all the way to the near side. Chudley has it, sends it out. Yarwood able to keep it in the zone. Puck loose near side. Chudley ends up with it, turns. Centering pass for Skropoulos, broke up by Jamie Lucas. Lucas all the way up to Kyle Powell. Powell racing in, tried to slide one, and then a huge rebound with Jamie Lucas standing right there. You don't see big rebounds normally out of Troy Passingham, but that one dropped right out in front. Lucas couldn't get a stick on it.
Elmira better be careful. They're getting caught with too many men up. With the speed Watertown is, they're getting down and in.
Face-off one goes back to the corner, gathered up by in behind, and it gets sent back out to the near side, or far side, I should say, gathered up by Dimitri Babenko. Babenko fanned on the clear, and it came right back to Liam Little. Lost it in his feet for a second. Outlet pass to the near side. Harrison has with it. He'll turn, heads it over to the corner, and the Enforcers are going to be offside. Kind of an awkward pass, got tipped up into the air, and they got in ahead of the play.
Lucky break for the Wolves as they were caught with too many men forward.
So face-off just outside the Watertown zone, far side of the ice. It will be Derek Boudreau into the face-off circle. He's going to win that one from Brandon Hussey, and it comes to the near side. Marvin Powell able to slip it into the offensive end, giving chase from that. Dominic Horvath pins it up against the boards. He's got Boudreau on his backside, and then Kyle Powell able to come in and dig it away. Powell holding on to the puck near side, try to slide it back to Boudreau. Now it gets popped up into the air, and it's going to get knocked down by a high stick by Dominic Horvath. So the puck will come back into the Elmira end. 14:26 remaining in the third period here from Watertown. So Dominic Boudreau is going to skate into the face-off circle against Hudson Michaelis. Michaelis wins that one back to the corner for the Enforcers, and it gets sent all the way around to Tucker. Far side, lifts that out, and settled down by Michael Desjardins. Kyle Powell streaks back. He'll pick up the puck, wheels back towards his own end, sends the puck back in to Michael Desjardins. We haven't seen Dallas since that injury in period number 2. Puck sent out far side. Powell takes it, tries to send it to the offensive end. Too far for Jurich to get to, so the puck comes right back. But then the Wolves able to get it forward, and they're going to be offside. Boudreau tried to touch it up into the offensive end, but Kyle Powell beat him in. Face-off one right back to the Watertown side, gathered up again by Michael Desjardins. Slides it to Marvin Powell. Powell got it up to Liam Little. Little able to poke that one down into the offensive end. Corey Sherman in a collision with Glenn Patterson. Odd angle shot, then another rebound came out to the side. Sherman tried to put it on the top shelf, but Passingham slides over and takes that one away.
Great effort, though, by Sherman to get that puck down and in. It's jumped over Patterson's stick, and he's able to at least get a shot in an offensive zone faceoff.
So Corey Sherman goes to the face-off circle against Hudson Michaelis. Sherman won it back through his feet, came right onto the stick of Liam Little. He'll fire one wide across the goal mouth, and then a big rebound far side comes out outside of the blue line. So Michael Desjardins skates back into the Watertown end, gives it to Marvin Powell. Powell tried to slide it forward, to Corey Sherman. Sherman got knocked down by Cameron Yarwood. Puck on the way to the far side, gets knocked down, but then Ahmed Mahfouz ends up with it, slides it forward to Michaelis. Michaelis down to the left-hand side, deep, tried to get a centering pass to Mahfouz. That one broke up. Long outlet pass for Tyler Jurich, and we will get the icing call as Jurich ends up in a foot race and couldn't get there quick enough. So the face-off all the way back down to the Watertown end, 13:04 remaining in regulation here. Face-off will go to the far side. Corey Sherman's going to fade into the face-off circle, I should say, against Brandon Hussey. That one back to the corner for the Wolves. So gathering up in behind will be Michael Desjardins. He'll hold on to the puck. Wolves looking to set up their offense here. 3 guys in forechecking for the Enforcers, allows the Wolves to get into the offensive end, but then some back checking by Dmitry Babenko took that one away and then sent that one out of play onto the far side into the Enforcers bench, and we'll get another stoppage. Faceoff's going to go to the far side. It will be Derek Boudreau into the circle against Brandon Hussey. So a slight delay. We get back to action one more time. Puck comes through center ice. Brendan Hussey able to slide that one forward into the corner. Pominville out of the goal. Just going to send it right back to the near side. Kyle Powell ends up with it. He'll slide it back to Justin Coachman. Coachman gives it back to Powell. Powell far side to Sonstabo. Sonstabo with a little bit of room to skate here. Down the right-hand side, just going to dump it in behind the goal. Big rebound came all the way out, and Tyler Jurich able to pick it up, slides in behind the goal, comes right out in front, backhand, that goes off the blocker of Troy Passingham to the corner. Wolves able to keep it in, and now long outlet pass for Harrison. Harrison gets behind the defense, and a huge save by Jeremy Pominville. Harrison got behind the defense, raced in one-on-one, and Pominville able to take that effort away. Kyle Powell, Tyler Jurich right back the other direction. Quick shot from Kyle Powell. That hit a stick. Gets out on the far side. Quick shot coming from Marvin Powell. That one lifted way up into the air. Vladimir Port pinches in. Can't keep it, but it comes right onto the stick of Corey Sherman. Sherman rifled a shot. That just hit Yanni Skropoulos in the face, and we will get a stop. And Skropoulos down on the ice. He just took the puck right in to the face off that Corey Sherman shot. And Yanni Skropoulos down on the ice. Yanni Skropoulos, 5'8", 168 pounds, out of Cambridge, Ontario. And the young guy just took an awful shot right to the face. Same thing happened last weekend to Kyle Powell. He took one right to the side of the eye, had some stitches there, but still made it out onto the ice tonight. But Yanni Skropoulos, that hurt. You could see that from the minute that shot let go. Skropoulos slowly coming up to his knees here. The medical staff taking a look. David, that was a hard shot, and it caught him right up under the mat.
Oh, we got some blood.
Yeah, we do. We got a lot of blood down on the ice. And Skropoulos back up to his feet, and he will head towards the Elmira bench. And a nice hand from the fans here in Watertown. Although Elmira's become somewhat of a rivalry here, in-state rivalry, you hate to see a player down on the ice.
Oh, absolutely. With a puck to the head. Oh, it's very dangerous. People don't understand how hard these pucks are and how heavy and how fast these guys shoot. It's coming close to 100 miles an hour.
So we got a little mess to clean up over here. It said Yanni Skropoulos, a young guy, took one right to the face. So they'll take a second, clean that up here. 11:27 left in regulation here this evening. Wolves trailing 2-1 here with just over half a period remaining. We'll take a quick look at the scoreboard around the rest of the Federal Prospect Hockey League. In Columbus, Georgia, as we said, the Columbus River Dragons 11-9 winners over the Port Huron Prowlers here this evening. Final score down in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. The Carolina Thunderbirds defeat the Menor Icebreakers out of Menor, Ohio. That's 3-0 final score there. In Harrington, Delaware this evening, the Delaware Thunder 6-2 winners over the Danbury Hat Tricks. That game, as we said, in Delaware. And the Battle Creek Rumblebees trail the Danville Dashers 6-2. That game in Danville, Illinois this evening. Well, I think the biggest thing, the shock that we see here tonight, is Delaware Thunder able to come away with a 6-2 win over Danbury, who arguably has been one of the better teams the last couple of weeks.
Absolutely, Jeff. Danbury, with that loss to Danbury, it gives the Wolves a little bit of breathing room to catch them. Hopefully they can tie this game up. Even getting 1 point, it's still going to help to try to catch Danbury as the season progresses. First place could start to slip away. And when playoff time comes, if you want that home ice, you got to earn it.
And this year, obviously, more teams in the league, so the playoff picture changes immensely, and it shortens up some of those series now. They're not as long as they used to be.
Oh, absolutely. Now that you have 10 teams, the top 4 in each division will make the playoffs. And all series, even including the championship series, will be 3 games only. So it's crucial. When you're playing at home, got to get some points, got to get the win, because it could come down to a split series when it comes down to the playoffs. Can't even talk tonight.
3-game series, you definitely want to get home ice advantage in those, so you get 2 of those games here.
That's exactly right. Back in 2018, we had they usually give the lower seed at least 1 game home. But then when it came to the championship, the Wolves timed it perfectly, losing that first game in Port Huron, but then getting a win in Port Huron, so it came back to Watertown tied, and they were able to bring it home in 2018. Bittersweet victory.
So a little cleanup continues on the ice over here, and we should be able to get right back to action very quickly. One more time, we will mention the Watertown Wolves are home next weekend. For the very first time, we will get to see the Columbus River Dragons in action here in our building.
A lot of former friends, too.
Yeah, it'll be kind of like a homecoming for a bunch of those guys coming up here next week.
A lot of them just left maybe a couple weeks ago. Including a couple goalies.
Yeah. That's what he said. Next weekend, the 17th, 18th, the Columbus River Dragons here in the house to see your Watertown Wolves. The following week will be here on a Wednesday night, the 22nd, as the Elmira Enforcers back in the house here on that Wednesday evening. Puck will drop at 7:30. The 24th and 25th, the Wolves are on the road that weekend. They'll be in Harrington, Delaware, to take on the Delaware Thunder down there. And that'll be on a Sunday game as well, David just pointing out to me. It'll be a 3-game set in Delaware. On Friday and Saturday, the puck will drop at 7:05. On Sunday, it drops at 3 o'clock. You can go to the Federal Prospect Hockey League page, click on FPHL Live, and for those games, you'll want to click on the Delaware Thunder link, and that'll take you right to the game, and you can see your Watertown Wolves in action, even when they're on the road. On the 29th of the month, another Wednesday night, we'll be back here at the Watertown Municipal Arena as the Wolves will host the Danbury Hat Tricks for a 7:30 start on that Wednesday evening. We'll close out the month here, the 31st and the 1st. The Battle Creek Rumblebees for their first trip in to the Watertown Municipal Arena. So we get to see a couple of different teams over the next 2 weeks.
It's about time, Jeff.
Well, the ice cleaned up. We get ready to go back to action again. 11:27 remaining, period number 3. Score 2-1 right now in favor of the Elmira Enforcers. Face-off one back to the point. Quick shot sent right back in by Cole Sonstable. Gathered up by Patterson behind the goal. Now it comes out on the near side. Mafu's able to pick it ahead to Patterson. Patterson's going to lift it into the offensive end. Then he'll go back to his defensive side and actually go for a line change. Wolves look to race out. From the defensive side, Sonstable just going to slide it in on goal. That one kicked aside by Glenn Patterson. Then a collision between Sonstable and Dominic Horvath, and the puck's going to get up into the netting, and we'll get a stoppage in play. So face-off near side, Corey Sherman skating in for the Watertown Wolves. Came right back to Lucas. Lucas let a shot go, hit Ahmed Mahfouz right on the leg, so the puck came right back out through neutral ice area. Racing back the other way, Hudson Michaelis into the offensive end. Tried to go to the side of the goal, lost the puck for a second. He'll pick up his own rebound, brings it right back out in front, leaves it for Dion. Dion lifted that one towards the front of the goal. Mahfouz ends up with it, gives it back to Michaelis. Michaelis rifles a shot. That goes off a stick and up and out of play. 10:37 left. Mahfouz looking for another point here this evening as he slid a beautiful pass out in front.
Wolves still doing a good job holding to those 3 points.
Face-off coming back to the near side, into the corner, gathered up by Marvin Powell for Watertown. He'll lift it all the way around to the far side. Jurich able to tip that one forward to Powell. Now Derek Boudreau skates down. Powell gets inside the zone, puts on the brakes there. Now he'll come back towards the point. Stops there, drops the pass for Kyle Powell. Kyle Powell sends that in front. That hit Cameron Yarwood on the leg. Yarwood shaking up, but the puck comes right back the other way. Yarwood's going to limp towards the bench right now. And the dump in goes in behind the goal. Marvin Powell's going to gather it up for Watertown. Sends it to Kyle Powell, near side. And K. Powell able to lift that one to Boudreau. Boudreau just out in front of him, but an odd bounce. Sprung the puck right back to him. He'll give it to Jurich. Jurich tried to send it to the front of the goal. It came right back out in front and broken up. And Ahmed Mahfouz comes right back the other direction. 2-on-2 opportunity. Slides it across. Quick shot coming. That missed high. Hits the glass. Rebound to the near side. Gino Mini. Loose puck as he put it in front of the goal. Mahfouz right there trying to stick it home. And Jeremy Pominville able to cover that one up. Well, timeout on the ice here. 9:35 remaining in regulation. Don't forget our post-game report brought to you by 9 Round Fitness here this evening. You want to check that out on the Wolves Facebook page or on our YouTube page. 9 Round Fitness and County Route 202 in Watertown. Check them out online at 9round.com. That's the number 9round.com. Get fit, never hit. That's the 9 Round Fitness post-game report immediately following our game. And folks, official sponsors of our broadcast here tonight from the Watertown Municipal Arena, Fusillo Subaru at 18352 US Route 11 in Watertown. Your car buying experience is their number one priority. Their staff looks forward to the challenge of meeting and exceeding your expectations when it comes to purchasing your next Subaru. You can browse online at FusilloSubaru.com or visit them on Outer Washington Street in Watertown. Fusillo Subaru, official sponsors of our broadcast here this evening. Well, Dave, we're down to crunch time, down 9:35 remaining. Wolves trailing by 1. Last night, Wolves trailing by 1 the last 6-7 minutes of the game. We saw a lot of hectic play up and down, and I expect the same thing here this evening.
Yeah, Elmira's just got to try to hold on. Hopefully don't get any penalties. Well, hopefully it goes on Watertown's end. But Wolves are pushing. Going to be an interesting last 10 minutes.
Corey Sherman comes up through center, lost the puck for a second, regathers it, slides it towards the front of the goal. That one hit a skate, went to the corner, and Elmira able to lift it out far side. He gets poked along by Tucker, and he gets it into the offensive end, but then broken up there. Wolves able to turn with it, coming right back the other way. Marvin Powell slides it forward to Liam Little. Little gathers it up, just going to put the puck on goal. Passingham turns that one to the corner. Little's going to go chase it. He's going to get tangled up with Gino Mini. The puck poked loose as Lucas comes away with it. Jamie Lucas lets the shot go. Puck was down on the ice, out in front of a big rebound, but nobody could get to it, and then it's going to get lifted all the way down the ice. Icing will be the call. So the faceoff will go back into the Elmira end. So 8:49 remaining. Face-off circle, far side. Derek Boudreau. I've done that like 8 times tonight. Derek Boudreau in on the face-off. Wolves won it, but then it got sent right back down the ice, so icing will be called one more time. 8:42 left. So we'll go right back to the same face-off circle, far side. The Wolves are winning the face-off, but not controlling it after the fact.
Oh, absolutely. They're getting plenty of shots. They're just finding that last rebound. They can't get their sticks quite on it.
Puck comes around near side. Mafuz has it. He'll settle the puck down, slides it forward to Hudson Michaelis. Michaelis comes through, drags the puck, tried to get it to the front of the goal, missed on the far side. Wolves able to gather it up there. It comes off onto the near half board, gathered up by Derek Boudreau. Boudreau's just going to slide it to a blank spot where Kyle Powell able to race, pick it up. Jurich is going to end up with it, gives it to Powell. Powell slides it in front of the goal. Boudreau couldn't get there. Racing out near side, Brendan Hussey comes down, puts the brakes on, lost the puck for a second, and then tried to center it to Harrison, and that one broke up by Michael Desjardins. Now Babenko with the loose puck in the corner, turns, sends it behind Brendan Hussey, goes to pick it up for Elmira. He'll leave it for Babenko. Babenko slid it through the center, but the pass was behind Harrison. Harrison's going to end up with it, sends it all the way around to the far side. Babenko goes to pick it up, and now the puck is poked loose. Jurich has it for a second, left it for Boudreau. Boudreau slid it forward, and then trying to get out of the zone. Marvin Powell hit a leg, so the Wolves have to gather it up one more time, race into the offensive end. They'll dump it through the corner, and a couple of guys going for a change here. Sent right back in. Kyle Powell able to keep the puck in. Let a long shot go, and a rebound came out to the near side, and I don't think Tyler Jurich ever saw it and was able to get a stick down. Puck in behind Marvin Powell. Sends it far side to Cole Sonstable. Sonstable back to Powell one more time. Outlet pass tipped for a second by Mafuz, and it gets sent right back in. And that one goes all the way across. Liam Little battling for the loose puck. Will come away with it. He's going to get tripped up, go down. No call from the official. And now Mafuz has the puck, dragged it through center ice, lost it for a second. Dale Dion's going to end up with it, sends it back to the offensive end. 6:44 left in regulation. Gathered up there, Marvin Powell settles the puck in behind the Watertown goal as they try to get something going here. 6:34 remaining. Puck down to Liam Little, sends it to Corey Sherman, tips it into the offensive end, intercepted and sent right back out. The Wolves have to gather it up near side. Jamie Lucas had it poked off his stick by Hudson Michaelis. Michaelis goes for a change, left it for Patterson. Patterson gave it to Babenko, who tips it into the offensive end, and now the Enforcers getting a line change here on the dump into the offensive end. So Derek Boudreau gets on his horse, races down the far side, brings the puck to the front of the goal, fires a shot, and Troy passing him, sliding from left to right, able to get a glove on it. A huge save of what could have been the tying goal here in period number 3. Face-off one comes out to the blue line, able to be kept in by Desjardins! They score! Michael Desjardins slid that from the slot. Kyle Powell puts a stick on it, and the Wolves have knotted it up with 5:54 remaining.
Every time what we said, bodies in front of the net, gets the lucky bounce. I think that's Kyle Powell that got the deflection.
I believe it was. Off the face-off, the puck came out towards the blue line. Michael Desjardins Jamie Lucas just sort of slid it towards the front of the goal. And at the last second, I believe it was Kyle Powell got a stick on it. And the Wolves knot things up here.
His 11th goal of the season, scored by number 27,
Well, the official announcement, Kyle Powell does get the goal.
21, Derek Boudreau. And number 22, Tyler Jurich.
Well, that line continues to produce points here this year.
Oh, absolutely.
Powell Boudreaux and Jurich account for the goal here to knot things up with 5:30 now remaining. Long outlet pass down the far side. Jamie Lucas to the offensive end. Lucas going to get tripped up. No call from the official. Long outlet pass far side. Now it comes to Mafouz near side. Steps inside. Slides the pass across. Puck came right out in front. It's loose on the ice and got slid behind. Jeremy Pominville lost sight of it for a second, and the Wolves able to push that one behind the goal. Now Vladimir Port looks to skate out far side, picks up the loose puck. He'll lift it into the offensive end. The Wolves going for wholesale changes here on the dump in, and a very short shift as the number 1 line is back on the ice. Puck turned over, defensive end for Elmira. The Wolves able to keep it in. Jurich had it for a second, but then lost it. Now it slid out to center ice, but Benko slides it into the offensive end. It goes far side of the goal. Brendan Hussey over to pick it up. He'll take a huge check, loses the puck on the far side. He and Cole Sonstable in a little bit of a battle. Sonstable is going to come away with it. 4:26 remaining in regulation. Sonstable slides it out to center ice, gathered up by Boudreaux. Boudreaux races back into the offensive end, had it taken off the end of his stick. The Wolves gather it right back up. Powell gives it back to Boudreaux. Boudreaux rifles one. That came out of the glove of Passingham. That was head level right at Troy Passingham. He sort of hid behind his glove and knocked the puck down onto the ice, and luckily for Passingham, he was able to find the rebound. Face off far side, Corey Sherman wins it back to Michael Desjardins. Desjardins tried to slide it to the front of the goal. Jamie Lucas going to end up with it for the Wolves in behind. He'll skate out from behind, try to put it in front. Little couldn't put a stick on it, and now Jamie Lucas just got tripped up. No call on that one. So the puck comes out to center ice again. Wolves gathered up their long crossing pass. Cameron Yarwood able to poke it back out to neutral ice area. Centering pass to Tucker. Tucker skates in, drops it for Michaelis. Michaelis with a quick shot, and Pominville able to grab that one up. He'll swallow it and hold on to it with 3:41 left in regulation. So faceoff's going to go to the far side of the ice. Jeremy Pominville with a nice save to keep it knotted up here. 3:41 left in the period. And again, Derek Boudreaux is going to skate into the faceoff circle for the Watertown Wolves. And we got a break in the action right here. Not sure what is going on, but Troy Passingham has gone over to the Elmira bench and may have had a equipment issue, but very quickly he's right back out onto the ice. So we'll get ready to go back to action one more time. Face off again, far side. Boudreaux and Michaelis. Boudreaux won it, slid it forward to Jurich, and now it comes out Kyle Powell near side. Powell steps inside the zone, just going to put it on goal. Passingham turned that one to the corner. Loose puck battle, far side. Hudson Michaelis going to end up with it. He'll come through neutral ice area. Comes down the left-hand side, had it poked off his stick, but the puck came right back to Ahmed Mafouz. Mafouz tried to center it. That one off a stick. Wolves look to skate with it, but they turn it over in the defensive end. Comes back to Mafouz, tried to slide it in front to Michaelis. Nothing happening there, and the Wolves trying to break away with it. Boudreaux's going to slide it to Jurich. Jurich turns around, and he'll re-rack here right at center ice. Send it to Marvin Powell. He'll tip it into the offensive end, but it'll be Dale Dion racing back, picking it up. Kyle Powell sneaks in, able to keep it in the offensive end, just trying to put the puck on goal. Vladimir Port does the same thing. Long outlet pass, maybe an icing call, and yes, it will be. And a key face-off now in the Elmira end of the ice, Dave. 2:44 remaining.
Looks like Elmira's getting a little tired in their defensive zone. Wolves getting a ton of shots here as the shot advantage is starting to really lean towards Watertown.
So face-off far side. Corey Sherman wins it back to Vladimir Port. Port comes towards the slot with it, able to lift that one on goal. Comes out back in front, gathered up, puck on the side of the goal, and then going down. was Jamie Lucas. Lucas going to end up with it one more time, ends up behind, and then Michael Desjardins just got hauled down going to the goal, but he's going to end up with a loose puck near side. He'll send it back out to Vladimir Port. Port slides it across to Coachman. Coachman put it in front, that one redirected. Now it comes off into the corner. Port had it. Michaelis is going to end up with it. He'll turn, drops it there, intercepted by Jamie Lucas. Lucas doing a phenomenal job keeping the puck in the offensive end. The centering pass from behind hit a skate and ends up right between the legs of Troy Passingham, and Passingham again had to get the glove down to find that one and bring another stoppage in play.
Wolves really keeping the forecheck heavy, trying to force some mistakes, and it seems to be working.
Face-off one back to the corner, gathered up there by Dominic Horvath. He'll send it around, tips it. That's all the way out. Icing is going to be waved off here. So racing back will be Marvin Powell, 1:51 remaining in regulation. Powell turns behind his own goal. Babenko keeps an eye on him. He'll drop the puck. Oh, a centering pass, dangerous pass, but the Wolves able to skate with it. Oh, a huge move. Quick shot coming, puck down on the ice. Wolves with an opportunity, and this one will get sent the length of the ice, and it will be an icing call. What a nifty move by Derek Boudreau to get the puck to the front of the goal.
A little mixture of figure skating in there.
Boudreau, not the biggest kid on the ice, but I think he jumped about 4 feet off the sheet on his way to the front of the goal. So face-off in the Elmira end, and it'll go to the far side. They brought it to the near side. Now they just went back to the far side of the ice. Derek Boudreau, as we said, 5'9", 175 pounds, just gliding through the air that last time, coming to the front of the goal. Puck loose, near side, does get lifted out to neutral ice area, 1:16 left. Wolves gathered up, taking it in. It will be Michael Desjardins just going to rifle that one all the way around. Kyle Powell pinches in, kept it on the stick, and then it gets poked out to center ice where Brendan Hussey's going to end up with it. Hussey comes in, dragged a shot, tried to put it down on the ice, and a huge save by Jeremy Pominville. Hussey slid that across the front of the goal, and somebody, I'm not sure who it was, it might have been Dion, redirected it, and Pominville somehow able to find that through some traffic and cover that one up. Face off far side, won by the Wolves, comes in behind the goal. Marvin Powell able to send it around, but Mahfouz keeps it in the offensive end, goes in behind, gathered up by Coachman. Coachman able to slide it ahead to Jamie Lucas. Lucas does a phenomenal job of keeping the puck and now gets it into the offensive end. Lucas on a beautiful play, left it for Liam Little, quick shot coming, that one redirected in behind. Wolves gather up the loose puck, but Michaelis takes it away, goes behind to Cameron Yarwood, 30 seconds left in regulation. Yarwood settles the puck down, he'll leave it in behind for Dale Dion, in behind his own goal. Dion looks like he's content to just hold on to it right there. Now they will slide it out, one more rush here for the Enforcers. Down the far side, puck comes to Kinsman. Kinsman slides down, he's got Mahfouz sliding right towards the short slot. Mahfouz gonna end up with it, sends that one across the goal mouth. Comes out to the near side, Michaelis sends it right back. Tucker turns, puts it in front, that one broken up, and we're headed to overtime.
Awesome job by the Watertown Wolves, able to fight back, get this game tied up, and at least walking away here with a point.
Well, this one was in doubt for a long time until the Wolves were finally able to get that even goal. Kyle Powell netted the goal there at 14:06 of the period to tie things up, assisted by Derek Boudreau and by Tyler Jurich. So 2-2 is the way we're going to end regulation. And we get ready for overtime here at the Watertown Municipal Arena. But we get a short break here. Overtime rules in the FPHL. We'll skate 3-on-3 for 5 minutes. If we don't have a winner there, we'll go to a shootout.
It's just a bonus that Watertown's able to walk out of here with a point. Much needed point. Especially with the Danbury loss tonight.
Well, any guesses on who we'll see first on the ice tonight for the Watertown Wolves?
Let's see. I think we'll definitely see Derek Boudreau, Kyle Powell, and Jurich.
That's probably what we'll see. I'll tell you one guy that's been handling puck exceptionally well tonight. Been kind of quiet this year, but Jamie Lucas has been very integral. He's not on the board tonight as far as points scored, but he's done a phenomenal job of keeping the offense rolling.
Oh, yeah, Jamie Lucas is a fantastic player. He's in double digits for goals. I think he has 10 or 11 this year. Most definitely he'll probably be out there on that second line, but, he's coming here for the first line. Jamie Lucas, overall, probably one of the best power play killers, as he leads the league, I believe, in short-handed goals, but it's anybody's game when it comes to overtime, 3-on-3.
So the extended break here, we get ready to go to overtime. Jeremy Pominville, Troy Passingham, both doing a phenomenal job here tonight. We're tied up at 2 apiece as we get ready for overtime action here tonight in the FPHL matchup between these two in-state rivals. So as we said, waiting to see who our first two lines will be for this overtime period. 3-on-3, I'll tell you, it always ends up with either team getting a real good opportunity. It opens up a lot of ice, and a good pass can set up a great goal-scoring opportunity.
Looks like Elmira is going to come out with their strongest line at Ahmed Mahfouz, Hudson Michaelis, and Dale Dion.
Wolves on the flip side of that, it will be Jamie Lucas out on the ice, as well as Derek Boudreau and Michael Desjardins sliding out there. So interesting matchup here that the coach puts out for his first line in this overtime period.
I'm thinking more about the speed. All three of these Watertown Wolves are very speedy skaters. I think that's what he's going for, because Elmira's not been able to match the speed tonight as well.
And good hands on either side with those Watertown Wolves players. Right to the offensive end, Derek Boudreau takes the puck down the near side, sets it up from there. He'll send it cross ice. That hit a stick as Dion's able to send it out of the zone. Wolves race back into their own end. They'll pick it up there, and it'll come to the near side. Desjardins slides it to Lucas, who's in ahead of the play, and we're going to get an offside from the official. That's going to take the faceoff way to the other side. Jamie Lucas just trying to get in behind the defense, just a couple of steps too quick to get in over the blue line. So the face-off far side gathered up. Wolves win the face-off, which is good. So they'll bring it around to the far side. Puck coming back near side, Derek Boudreau. He'll skate up right-hand side, goes right down the right-hand side, stops, puts the brakes on. Left it for Michael Desjardins. Desjardins got tangled up, but he'll able to hold on to it. He'll come right back out in front, puts a shot down. Rebound from Passingham. Wolves able to gather it up. Boudreau holds on, loose puck near side. Dion keeps an eye on him. Now it's sent deep to Jamie Lucas. Lucas turns with it, puts the brakes on. He'll come to the front of the goal, puts one onto the pad of Passingham. Long outlet pass, and the enforcers missed that one, so the Wolves able to control it. Tyler Jurich out on the ice now as the Wolves race one more time. Offensive end, Jurich scores! Tyler Jurich from Michael Desjardins, and the Wolves are going to find themselves on a 3-2 win here tonight over the visiting Elmira Enforcers. David, that was an absolutely beautiful pass, and Jurich just crashed right to the front of the goal and got a stick on it.
I think the Watertown Wolves have scored more goals crashing the net with that same pass than any time I've ever seen. Fantastic pass by Desjardins.
Boy, if anybody we needed to win tonight, it was Jeremy Rutledge, and he's got to be a happy camper tonight.
Oh, you mean Jared Pominville, not Rutledge.
Hey, Pominville, what did I say?
You said Rutledge. Rutledge will be here next week. I think that's 3 straight unanswered goals for the Watertown Wolves.
Yep.
Solid win.
So the happy fans here in Watertown Municipal Arena start to exit the rink after a phenomenal game here. The Wolves picking up the win in overtime on a beautiful Tyler Juritz goal. Wolves are going to come away with a 3-2 win. Well, that was a tough battle, I'll tell you. Elmira, since they've got their guys back in the line, they've got healthy, they're going to be one of the tougher teams, and the Wolves really had to dig and fight to get that win here tonight.
Almost definitely. I think we could see Elmira 9 more times this season, as John Clement was telling us earlier. We're going to go down there a couple times. I think we got a weekend series coming with us in February, and we'll see them again in 2 weeks. It's going to be a great season series for both these teams. I think now the series is tied, or we trail by 1.
I think it's tied up now. So power play goal starts things off here tonight, 16-24, period number 1. Hudson Michaelis gets the goal, assisted by Ahmed Mahfouz and by Cameron Yarwood. That made it 1-0 in favor of the Elmira Enforcers. And that's the way period number 1 would end. Period number 2, goal coming from Ahmed Mahfouz on a power play goal, 9:47, assisted by Dale Dion and by Cameron Yarwood. 2-0 would be the score at that point. The Wolves finally get on the board at 15:44 of period number 2. Tyler Juritz with a goal assisted by Corey Sherman and by Kyle Powell made it 2-1, and that's the way period number 2 would end. Period number 3, the Wolves even it up at 14:06 of the frame. Kyle Powell from Derek Boudreau and Tyler Juritz made it 2-2, and that's the way regulation would end. And in overtime at 1:07 of the overtime period, Tyler Juritz from Michael Desjardins and Kyle Powell, and the Wolves end up 3-2 winners in overtime here this evening. The Wolves outshot the Elmira Enforcers here tonight, 51-29. Final shots on goal. Power play opportunities. Wolves had 7 power plays, got 1 power play goal, and Elmira 5 power play opportunities, 2 power play goals here this evening. Well, as we said, your Watertown Wolves will be home next weekend here to face the Columbus River Dragons on Friday and Saturday night. Puck will drop at 7:30 both nights. Well, David, that's what Watertown needed to get back to that win, and we said Jeremy Pominville needed a win here tonight. The guy's he's played almost every game this year, and he's been getting whooped up a little bit. He's had some great streaks, and it was good to get a win for him here this evening.
Oh, absolutely. Jeremy Pominville played on his head tonight, keeping the Wolves in, solid saves, and the great thing is we were able to hold Ahmed Mahfouz, so now he's got to try to earn those points by someone else.
Mahfouz is going to get that record here very
he's going to get
I'm pretty sure.
He'll get it within the next 2 games.
Well, we take that final look at the out-of-town scoreboard tonight. The Menor Icebreakers end up losing 3-0 to the Carolina Thunderbirds. That game in Carolina tonight. The Columbus River Dragons 11-9 winners over the Port Huron Prowlers. The Delaware Thunder 6-2 win over the Danbury Hat Tricks here this evening, and the Battle Creek Rumblebees end up on the short end 7-3 against the Danville Dashers. Our final score here tonight, 3-2. The Wolves win in overtime. We want to thank you for joining us here tonight, David. It was a lot of fun. We saw 2 great games this weekend, and we end up splitting side by side.
Oh, absolutely. Couldn't ask for a better weekend series for the Watertown Wolves. Finally getting that win, much needed, and now we're going to gain some ground on Danbury with their loss tonight.
And the trick now to keep that momentum going forward after tonight.
Oh, absolutely. We got Columbus coming in, split the series with them last week. It's going to be a battle. It's a lot of former Watertown Wolves coming back into the Watertown Municipal Arena.
Well, a great weekend of hockey here tonight. Don't forget, join us back here next weekend. The Columbus River Dragons in the house, as David just said. Puck will drop at 7:30 both nights. For Watertown Wolves hockey and for Eric Thorstein of ThunderForce Media, our producer on our show, my name's Jeff Barrett. That's David Page. We'll see you next weekend here at the Watertown Municipal Arena.